What's going on, guys? Welcome to Checking In.
Welcome.
Back with the fam.
Yeah.
And how are you guys doing today?
Doing good, doing great.
Doing good. You were throwing up a half hour ago.
Yeah, not even.
Now he's
Oh
doing
my
better.
God.
Now he's doing
I'm
better.
feeling much better though. Hit those battle ropes for all
At the
those
gym.
people.
A little too
That
hard
was
at
the
the gym.
biggest mistake.
I always
I'm not-
laugh at the people at the gym that throw up.
That
Now
was
I
your
know.
first time. Huh?
Well, you can't,
No, you've thrown up at the gym
no,
before.
no.
battle rope first time.
Oh, battle
first
rope,
time
first time.
battle ropes.
Yeah.
Yes, I threw up at the gym a lot, and what do you call it? It's you said you laugh at them.
I'm
it's
not-
just a
I'm
sign
joking.
of hard work, baby.
No,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I'm
I've almost
usually
thrown.
hard.
I've almost thrown up
Usually
a couple
it means
times.
you're working hard.
Yeah, I've almost thrown up a couple times. Not many, but
I throw up too much. But yeah, I was doing the battle ropes, and I didn't realize how much stamina you needed. It's a lot harder than it looks. It looks fun. You're looking
No.
at someone doing it, and you're
It
like,
is
wow,
n-
look how much
it
fun
is
that
not
looks.
fun
They're
at
just
all.
flailing
oh,
around.
you thought it looked fun.
Yes, that's why
No,
I did
there's
it.
no fun. It's because you see those like NFL guys doing
Yeah,
that, and you're like, oh,
forever.
that's badass. And
Yeah.
when you do it yourself, it's horrible. It's good
was
for the first
bad.
like
You know
5
what?
seconds.
You know what else looks fun? Running a marathon.
No, that
That's
doesn't.
not
that
fun
doesn't-
either.
That doesn't look fun at
Sure,
all.
going across a thing, getting your little
No.
necklace.
No.
Oh yay!
Yeah.
It's
No.
not fun. It's terrible.
No, I wouldn't do that. You've never done a marathon.
I know
either.
I haven't because I know it's not fun. It's terrible. Just
Laura,
the
the one thing
treadmill
I
enough.
know is you would not do a marathon.
No, I
'cause you
hate running.
Yeah, you hate
that was
running and you
bad.
hate cardio.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. We have a lot to
feeling
talk
better.
about tonight.
Yeah.
Talking
Alien.
about, we're going to talk about some alien stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
okay.
Laura is very interested in this topic.
She's
So
a believer.
excited.
Yeah, so excited. But first, I was going to tell you, Lori, I told you the story, but did you hear, talking about being sick, I was sick on Sunday. About Sunday afternoon, did you hear the story?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know how I was sick Sunday, right? And I
Yeah.
came home and I felt terrible. And so what happened was literally, and I was worried about like, oh, what are you at?
Nothing,
What are you
tell
laughing
your
at?
I just want to hear the story. What's going on? You came home sick Sunday.
I came home sick Sunday, and what happened was I was at the shop, felt completely fine, and like literally within, like seconds, I went to take a drink, and I could barely swallow, and like my glands were swollen to the point where they were so painful, so bad, my entire neck hurt. And so I could barely swallow, and then I started feeling like really like lightheaded, super achy, had the chills.
Start freaking
stuff. Yeah, and
out.
I'm thinking, oh my
You must have
God.
got
But no,
poisoned.
but
Well, what
no
was weird was-
fever.
No fever,
Yeah.
but what was weird is it came on like, I'm talking like 1 minute I was fine, the next minute I was horrible.
Poison.
And then I went home.
Poison.
Well, I went home and I rested that night and I felt like crap pretty much all night. I slept, I woke up and I felt much better Monday, but I did take kind of a mellow day and stuff
Wait
like that.
a minute.
What do you think
Are
happened?
you concluding that aliens did this to you?
No,
No.
definitely not aliens. So I didn't think anything of it. I thought maybe thankfully it wasn't Rona, and I was thinking, all right, well,
Yeah,
you know,
you got a bug. Like it's
I just
winter,
got a
stuff's
quick
going
bug and
around.
it went away pretty quick. I felt good Monday. By Monday night, I felt 100% fine. Tuesday, I felt great.
Where's
Yeah,
it
stuff like
going?
that. So get this. I get a phone call today from Ryan Gitman, who is the owner of Underground Reptiles. And he said, hey, I watched your video of that black throat monitor biting you. He said, I want to just tell you, be very careful because they have a venom that closes your mouth, your
throat.
like your throat, causes you to feel like flu-like symptoms.
Dude.
And this was literally like a half.
He got bit. Yeah.
I got bit, and like a half hour after I got bit,
He got
that's when I got sick. I
That's
never.
what it was.
That's what it
Honestly,
was.
this is the thing. I'm kind of happy that you didn't know that because I think you would have freaked out more about that
yeah, you're right.
than
You're
you
probably
would have
right.
about
You're probably
being
right.
sick.
Yeah, 'cause you might have felt
probably
like,
would have
oh my
went to the
God.
hospital.
Yeah, you're not.
You're not wrong.
You're not
No.
wrong about that. Yeah, because I just thought, okay, I
Holy
was feeling
crap.
sick, and
Right.
I just had a little bug, no big deal. But the thing that was good is like I like canceled like everything this week. This last week. Like, any appointments I had because I was like, I just don't want to take any chances of getting anyone else sick. Maybe I had just a real mild case of corona. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretending like, okay, I got to.
Yeah.
Now I realize I wasn't sick at all.
You were
I was
envenomated.
envenomated by a freaking baby
Monitor.
black throat
So
monitor.
how happy
That's
are you that
crazy.
you got that thing now?
Well, I just can't get bit by it anymore. The good news is that they're feisty as babies, but they always tame out and they become super tame as adults.
Always.
That's crazy. That makes so much more
like
sense now.
100%.
And I'm telling you what, I am
Makes
not
so much
kidding you.
more
or
sense.
Jay was
50%.
What's that?
50% of the time.
50% what?
50-50.
Yeah.
What?
100% of the time. They always tame out.
100% of the time. You cannot
Can we
find a
Google
mean.
that?
You cannot find a
don't know if
black
we
throat
can.
monitor a mean one ever as adult. It's impossible.
I don't believe that.
It's impossible.
I don't believe that.
It's impossible.
God didn't make it like that.
Exactly.
It's impossible. Yeah,
I'm
it's
happy
just
we
impossible.
found that out though.
It is, but I'm telling you what. Now I'm serious. It was unbelievable. I couldn't.
Was it a bad bite?
I mean, it didn't bite me
Decent.
too
It didn't
bad.
last
I mean, it
long.
latched on me. I had some blood, but it was latched on me, and I was like, let's film it, because it's kind of cool. I didn't think to take it off at all, and because I've been bitten by
So
other
how do they
monitor
bite?
lists.
They bite and just
their
Yeah, they
mouth.
bite and hang on.
on.
Yeah, they bite and hang on.
And then you had to help get it off?
No,
or
it came
how
off
is it?
eventually on its own.
On its own, yeah.
But I mean, it was just. I've been bitten by a bunch of monitors, even Elvis, and I've never had any reaction at all. And holy crap, was that wild. I mean, and Jay was with me, like I
Yep.
said, it literally was like I went to take a drink of water and I couldn't swallow.
So are these then
Damn.
a closer relative to say like a Komodo dragon with
well,
the
they wouldn't
saliva?
be.
And
I mean, they must be, as far as the
or
venom
something,
side of
right?
it, must be more severe than a Savannah or a
Do
Nile.
all of them
or-
have that?
According to Ryan, yes, that's exactly. And he
All
said,
monitors
and
do?
it was so strange because he said you'll get bit, and half hour to an hour after you get bit, your throat closes up and you start to feel
No,
sick.
but I mean, do all monitors, types of
yeah,
monitors
so
have
according to Greg Fry, who is the venom guy down in Australia, he claims that all varanids, so all monitors, have venom. But apparently, like I said, I've been bitten by a bunch
that? Yeah,
of different
kind of.
monitors.
So it's like a hog nose.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have
yeah.
a reaction, sometimes
yeah,
you don't.
like I
but
mean,
does
look at
it
how many
depend
times
on
this chicken strip bit
the
me.
type? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
chicken strips bit me a ton of times. I got bit by
Never had
art-
anything.
Yeah, nothing, just like some blood.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that you were gonna link this to aliens.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna be like, dude, you're losing it.
No. Although I believe in a lot of alien conspiracies, I don't believe that aliens caused me to get sick on Sunday. But
Not on Sunday.
yeah. But last Thursday,
Right.
But last, yeah,
don't
but,
fucking talk
but
about it.
that I did wake up with the anal probing. I think that was an alien. No,
No.
it wasn't your mom.
No.
No, but no, I think that was just interesting, and you're right. Although I'm glad I didn't know at the time, I feel much better
After the
knowing.
fact.
I feel better knowing that I didn't have some sickness.
Literally, when you told me the story, that's the first thing I thought is, oh, thank God he didn't know this
I
prior.
just didn't put it
because-
together at all. I would have never thought that ever. in a
Ever. I
million
wouldn't
years.
Well,
either,
no,
though.
because we hadn't heard of it or anything
And
like
a
that.
baby monitor. This is a baby.
Well,
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, and so it would only be, is it just like the cobras and stuff? I remember hearing you say like, oh, baby cobras, they can't
No, I don't
necessarily
think so.
control their venom.
No, I don't
so
think
they'll
it's like this.
Give you a
I-
big dump.
No, I think because these guys don't have like the glands and the pressurized delivery system that a lapid would have.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like saliva that just kind of goes into your skin, right? It's like if a human bit you, there'd be saliva in your bite. And so that's all it is. So it's not, there's no different delivery system.
Just like enzymes.
I
in
mean,
the
probably
saliva.
as an adult, there would be more saliva because it's bigger and it would probably be a more severe bite. So definitely something that I want to keep an eye on from now on. And we're going to have to obviously be careful for the next few months until Flapjack is his name, till Flapjack becomes super tame. No one can handle that animal. Like, we don't want some kid to get bit by it and, have some horrible reaction,
No, for sure.
That's just wild. I mean, and like I said, I would have never expected it, but I am happy. And it does suck. Doesn't it suck a little bit that in this world, every time you start to get a little scratchy throat or something like that, you start to freak out?
Well, I don't.
There's a difference
yeah.
because, like Mom said, I don't either.
Mm.
And I'm as far as I'm telling myself, I'm convincing my body that I can't get sick. I'm telling myself I'm not going to get sick,
Yeah.
okay? I'm strong, I'm healthy, I'm
Yeah.
this, I'm that.
Yeah.
So that even if I feel it a little bit, I'm like, nope, not happening, bitch. It's not happening.
Well, no, I think it is true.
yeah,
like what
fight
you
it
put-
off,
yeah,
drink the vitamin C.
Well,
do,
yeah, and I think what you put
get
out to
some
the
extra
universe
sleep.
does come back that positive,
Maybe.
maybe. But but I am, you guys know I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac. Not you know,
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, we
Not
know.
like horrible,
We know.
but definitely a little bit.
Very, very well aware.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I get Anyways, so let's jump
You
into.
said it.
And by the way, we're going to definitely be needing your guys' super chats today so that we can keep this conversation going
On the road.
Yeah, we could keep this conversation off the rails, if you know what I mean. So let's just jump right into a couple of super chats before we get into the topic of the day.
Tiffany said, hello, Brian, Lori, and Noah. How are you guys today? How many trees are we up to so far?
Well,
It's changed since I was there last.
That is a good question. Well, you were here this morning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it changed since the last time I was here.
Mom, do you know a number?
Yeah, what do we got? We've got the one in our bedroom.
4.
Oh,
Just
5.
5.
I forgot
And
about
we're not
the
counting.
bedroom.
Okay, so let's just ask, what constitutes a tree? Because I mean, like we have a lot of little tiny trees. So when does a tree count as a tree?
A tree is
like
a tree that you actually decorate, not a small tree that is a decoration.
Oh, okay, so anything that you decorate is a tree.
Yeah.
And we've got 5.
Yeah.
We're going to have a lot more, I'm sure.
I mean,
They're not decorated yet. I'm just getting them up, and they've got the lights on them. And then once I get them all up, then
it's
they'll
only
get
day
decorated.
2 of December.
Yeah,
There's
it's
5 trees.
Yeah, 5 trees.
So there's like,
Well, one of them was up since last year.
Yes.
In our bedroom.
Yeah,
So it never came down.
But we
Now I
started
just
turning the
turn it
light. Yeah,
on.
now we turn the lights on. But I do I will say, I love that you're in the Christmas spirit this year because last year we weren't. And it bummed me out because you've always loved Christmas. And last year you just didn't seem like you felt it.
I don't remember not being in the spirit.
Yeah, because Noah and I helped decorate the tree because you weren't feeling it. And that's rare. I hardly ever decorate the tree. You always do it on your own.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. But last year I was like, we need to decorate the tree because I wanted you to maybe, kickstart that Christmas spirit.
I love how I can kind of understand what you're saying where you're like, maybe she wasn't 100% Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
But we still had like 12 trees up.
No, yeah.
Right.
She just wasn't.
Yeah, no Christmas. Like,
You usually are like every day, like, oh, Christmas, like you're constantly shopping for Christmas. I mean, I can't tell you how many ornaments and bulbs you buy every year.
Right, like I don't think
not
we
this
cooked,
year. I can't even go to the store anymore. So.
Yeah, it's true.
This year we're already off to a good start. You're baking a lot of cookies. Like last
a lot
year,
of
we didn't
cookies.
bake many cookies. We
No,
really
hardly
didn't.
I haven't
any.
baked
Yeah.
in the last few years, and so I honestly wanted to. Not that I want to or
gosh.
need to freaking eat them,
been
but I've already
bad.
decided
legit-
that I'm baking a lot. I'm actually going to go to Jade's one day next week too,
Yeah, I'm
and bake some
coming.
with her too.
Okay, that sounds good. I can just tell you, I've eaten an unsafe amount of gingerbread cookies.
And those
Unsafe.
are no one's
Gingerbread
favorite, and you're just eating the
genocide.
hell out of them.
It's
I
unsafe.
haven't. You can eat them because I've been doing the pizzelles and the
Yeah.
snowballs so
Yeah.
dirty. I mean, like I've been just standing over the pin. And just,
Just dust dropping off your
You-
face.
you-
This is what
from
I've
me.
been doing. This is what I've been doing. I've been grabbing 4 gingerbread cookies.
What?
Wait, wait,
No,
wait, wait,
4
wait,
to
no,
7.
No, wait,
because
no,
the first
well,
day you walked out with 7, I was like, damn.
So what I've been doing is I've been grabbing 4, not eating them all at the same time, but then I'll sit down and I'll eat them. And then it's like after those 4, I'm like, just,
You want
just
more?
2 more, just 2 more, 2 more. And sometimes I'm going back for another 2 more. So there has been some times in the last few days I've had 8 gingerbread cookies in one sitting.
one sitting.
Not, and then that's just once, and I'm doing that 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, dude, that's bad.
The next ones I'm
Diabetes.
doing are the peanut butter kiss ones.
Oh, those ones are
do them.
irresistible,
Yeah,
dude.
I'd love to know what you guys' favorite cookies are in the comments or in the chat section. So,
Oh my God.
So Tiffany, I think we're going to be up to. I think 12 is a pretty significant. I think that's the number.
I don't know that I have 12.
We did about 12 last year.
Yeah, I think you did
I think
12
it was-
last
I think
year.
we did 12 last year.
I think 11 or 12 too.
But we did have the little one that we bought from Blake's that was on the front of our porch last year that we don't have this
That
year.
last year? or
That
2
was
years
last year.
ago?
That was
Gotta
last
try to
year.
hit 15.
Fitting?
15, yeah.
Have to go shop.
Yeah, we can do. I need one out by the sauna outside.
Oh, I agree.
That way I can watch the Christmas tree when I'm in the sauna. I tell you, so yesterday was the
agree.
first day I did sauna with the snow.
Beautiful.
And it was actually freaking cool because our sauna, of course, has windows in the front and on the top, so you can look out. So it's like it got hot too. It was like 180 degrees in there, and so you're in 180 degrees, looking out at the pond, snow. It was beautiful, man. It was really awesome.
I did a little cold dip today.
I know. I heard you did that. That's
Did you?
awesome.
I was cold.
Did you do the sauna first?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was
Sauna,
awesome.
yeah. So you went
Feel good, feel
outside.
great.
Yeah, you went outside this morning, and we had to cook something for HelloFresh, which, by the way, was ridiculous,
That's
right?
so
Like
good.
9:30 in the morning, and we're cooking tostadas.
Pork
Yeah.
tostadas.
Pork tostadas.
banging
It was
though.
good.
I ate like 3 of them.
Yeah, it was good. But So you went outside. I thought I didn't even know what you were doing. Then you were just gone for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm
I don't know where Noah went.
He walked out the back door and he's just gone. He didn't have a coat on or anything. Like, I don't know what he's doing out there.
Maybe
you know?
maybe he's camping.
Yeah, he's just camping anywhere
He's
now.
camping. Oh, we'll talk about the camping here in a
Oh
minute.
my God, yeah.
But what does Laura have to
Laura
say?
said, "What email address can I send into order for Brian to read, possibly reply? In order for Brian to read. My bad.
She's trying to.
Just send to any of the BHP Reptile ones or Reptarian ones and just put attention Brian, and they typically always
Send 'em
afford
to
and
you.
stuff. So that's just the easiest way, to be totally honest with you, because I don't really, number one, I don't give out my personal email, and I don't really
I'll give it.
I don't really get that many personal emails, to be honest with
Right.
you. The majority of my emails get forwarded. So I used to get like 150 emails a day when I used to, like, people knew my email, and then just over the last few years I've just like stopped. like I'm just glad now that I get a more manageable number of
emails.
Yeah.
You know why? Because you forward them all to us, and then we got to.
Yeah, because that
thanks.
just happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for that.
Little intermission where you're like, yeah, just send it to the BHB reptiles and
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's where all of them go.
Yeah. So have you guys heard about this? You guys have obviously heard about, Jay, you can pull this up for if you don't mind, the alien monolith. Have you heard about this?
Yeah.
What?
This is crazy.
This is a monolith that showed up in the Utah desert. Just a silver monolith.
What,
That's
what the
about
hell
10
is a
foot.
monolith?
Well, so it's this
Piece of metal?
piece of metal. You know,
Typically, a monolith is like a singular rock structure. But
but this is not rock. This
Yeah.
is a steel monolith, and
A
it
piece of steel.
and it showed up.
A solid piece?
No, it's not solid. It was like hollow,
yeah,
but it showed up
This
in
shit
Utah.
did not just show up.
I swear.
It
Well,
did.
Somebody.
yeah. of
Well, I
course.
mean, someone certainly could have. But listen, it showed up, and I don't know, Jay. Do you know how many days it was there for? X
was-
amount of days.
I think it was
and then
3
all
or
of a
4
sudden it was
days.
just gone.
It was
just
gone?
gone.
Then
Like
the
someone
next
took it.
day,
Looks like those guys took it right there.
That's very well
Caught
could
on
be the case.
tape.
no, this is the video I seen. I seen a TikTok of these guys taking it down and
Why?
coming out of the desert
What a fuck.
because it's probably an art installation or something. But it's crazy to think because it's a remote area.
You know, this is the kind of shit, honestly. Like, do your dream, live your dream.
Yeah.
your dream.
That would be hilarious and fun. I should just do shit like that.
Yes.
Just like come up with crazy shit, plant it, let people freak out, make it disappear. Nobody else has to know, but I'd be laughing my ass
Kind of like
off.
crop circles, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
definitely,
Yeah.
Definitely. I would enjoy my life doing that stuff for sure.
Yeah, and then
So-
one
so-
popped up in Romania,
Yeah, one
The
popped
next
up in
day.
Romania.
and then
The
one in
next
Saskatchewan in
Yeah,
Canada.
and one in Canada.
Oh.
So now there's been
So
a
they
few of
had,
them.
like,
So now are these two guys
linking.
kneeling down? Are they are they
Praying?
claiming that they're
These
the
ones
ones
right
that
here?
made it?
These ones here.
Yeah.
That's a little
So this is
triangle.
they left the base when they took it. So these
So
people
why
made
did
like a rock stack and put the base where it was.
So why did they take it?
So I would assume similar to what Lori said for the allure of like, oh look, it's here and now it's gone randomly and no one knows where it came from.
But then they put out pictures of them taking it, so now we know exactly where it
Yeah.
came from.
That supposedly, unless different people took it, then put it up,
Right.
which is always
And
possible.
that's
right?
what I like. And but now are the ones in Romania and Saskatchewan? Is it still? Are they still up? Or-
As far as I know, the Canadian one, let me see, was up this morning.
I don't know what to think about this.
There was
I
one
mean,
in
so you think
Romania,
it's just
too.
like a joke?
So this
I
is
mean,
the one
there's
in Romania.
literally.
I will say the one in Romania looked kind of janky.
Janky,
You
like
know,
they put all
yeah,
these
like-
markings on it. Like
Yeah,
why
Look,
would anyone
that's
do that?
welded. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's welded. Like aliens wouldn't weld, and you
Welding,
can see it
no.
like someone dug it up, and
No, I think
You
the
know?
one in Utah was a little bit more
oh, it was
crazy
definitely nicer.
because
yeah.
also like where it was actually
Is this guy
dug
got
into
like
the
a
ground.
dinosaur outfit on, or
No, I think he's
This
just got
is
like a
the- this
working.
is
looks
that
like a
Bureau-
kind of costume, doesn't it?
He's dressed
It really
like
does. It looks like the lizard.
Right,
lizard
right.
man.
No.
Maybe it's a lizard men. You know, they say there's aliens, and
reptilian
lizard
people.
men.
Now, see, I'm
reptilian
liking
people.
this. It reminds me of the old space movies back when we
Oh
were
yeah,
kids.
yeah, that's right. They always had
the real
little-
bad
yeah, the-
alien
yeah.
There you
looking
go.
things.
Yeah.
So this is where it was actually in the ground. So it was like perfectly put there, and then everything was dusted away. Unlike the one you said in Romania, which was like
Yeah.
you could see it dug up. So it just had cool allure to it. You know, I thought it
Yeah, I
was
mean,
really
I think
brutal.
the thing that's interesting about it is even you can see it's only a few inches down, but it was very skillfully put in.
and sturdy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which is interesting.
And
It's
and this
you
one
know,
looked better because it was almost a mirror finish,
Look,
right?
you can
Right,
see
yeah.
the drill. You can
The
see
drill marks.
screws though.
Of course.
So
So you're
that's
saying that like they
humans.
couldn't have screws on another planet?
No, they don't use screws, and aliens don't use screws.
how do you know that?
Yeah. How do you know that?
Because
How'd
they're
they make the
sucking
rocket
up
ship?
cows with light beams and shit. They don't use drills.
Yeah, they could probably just.
But we use like
Seals.
lasers to do surgery, and we use drills.
That's
I
true.
mean, yeah, but we're stupid.
That's true.
That's true.
We
We
are
could
dumb
have
as shit.
So,
developed
I'd say
something
on a scale of like 1 to 10 being 10, it's 100% alien. 1 being it's a fucking guy in his wood shop building
Yeah.
a,
All right,
a monolith.
I'm an eye on
Yeah,
3.
you go ahead.
I'm on two.
No,
two,
like
yeah.
on a count of 3.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
10.
You think it's an alien?
You think it's 100% aliens? Is what you just said.
I did because, like I just said, this is the kind of shit I want to start doing. I want people to believe
She's
it.
setting it up for the future.
Yeah,
Yes, it was.
this is my thing. 10.
So Jay and I have been talking, and we believe that there's a good chance that in the next year or so, I mean, if the government was really smart, they would do it in December before the end of this year because people are so fucked anyways right now. There's going to be news about aliens.
I think
We've
so.
literally
I think
done
that-
it 2 times this year already.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
They
Well, they
have.
have been releasing information that is awfully
Alien.
But it's still
alien-ish.
stuff that can be obscured into like I don't know
like
what they're
we don't.
talking
Yeah,
about.
we don't
like-
really know for sure, but I have a feeling there might be an announcement coming soon because what happens is they.
I love that.
There's the new Netflix show.
Yeah.
right here. It's a trailer and it talks about
Oh, I
alien
look at
life.
It's
That's
kind
an
of like
alien.
Drogo.
It does kind of look like Drogo.
That's what he looked like in my dream last night.
Oh, what?
No, Lori had a crazy dream about Drogo last
really,
night.
I want to
Yeah.
hear it.
Yeah, I need
What
to hear
did you
this.
do?
What did he do?
What did Drogo do in your dream?
So I was working on like Salt and Pepper's tank and stuff yesterday. So that was kind of in my mind. So in my dream, I was kind of down in that aisle and then I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody I knew was sleeping on the floor with like a pillow and a blanket, like in front of the party room by the gator thing. And I
It
was
was
like,
probably you and Anthony.
yeah, exactly. I think that's
Camping.
part of that. Yeah,
Camping
which will be the
in front.
next story. So I was like, dude, what are you doing here? They're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And so as we're talking, I hear a noise at like his doorway. And I look over there and I was like, ah, shoot. Did I not lock that door? So as I go walking towards the door, Drogo comes walking out.
On 2 legs.
Oh,
Like this. I was just like, what? It was the scariest thing. Like literally, I was just like, oh my God. You thought it was creepy him crawling on the floor?
Yeah, him walking.
No, standing and walking on 2 legs like
gotta
this
teach him how to
coming
do
at
that.
me.
Yeah.
I was just like terrified. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, this is so crazy. And he just comes at me like this. And I'm like, all right. So I go like this. And then I go to pick him up to bring him back. And then, of course, he starts going, ah. And, like, trying to bite
Bite
me.
you.
And I'm like, I don't have the blanket. And I'm like, ah. And I wake up
shit.
and I was like, that was a terrible dream.
I will say that after now owning a sloth for a month and a half or whatever it is, they're super adorable, but they are creepy.
yeah.
They are creepy and scary a little bit. You know what I mean? They're a
Yeah,
little bit
when they're walking at you at 2 feet,
Yeah,
like
that's
there's
even more so.
nothing creepier.
What's been my thought since the beginning was this guy's creepy.
Yeah,
I
but
thought
it's
two
a creepy
things.
in a really cute way.
Jay can even Google this for us. Salad fingers. Do you
What?
know what
I remember
salad
this.
fingers
No,
is?
I don't know what
salad
salad
fingers.
fingers. I don't know
Perfect.
what is this?
Because this is what I
It's an
thought.
old trend on the internet before you were probably
This
dancing around on YouTube.
This is literally-
I
not
don't know
kidding.
what this is, but that's
this is
pretty damn
Drogo.
funny.
This is Drogo, and this is what I've been thought.
I'm not
about
gonna
Drogo.
lie, he did kind of look like that walking at me in
Huh.
my video in my dream.
Interesting.
And basically, it was just like a really creepy video back
Yeah.
in like probably.
Okay.
I'm saying like
Late
that was one of the
2010.
first videos I seen on YouTube ever.
Wow.
No,
Yeah.
literally,
Wow,
this
wow,
was
that's
an
crazy.
OG YouTube video, and
That's
then
amazing.
yeah, there was just a
It's
second. thought
amazing
was
how
creepy.
far. Yeah, it's amazing how far YouTube has
YouTube
come.
Yeah, from Smosh Pokemon theme song.
Fred.
Yeah,
Fred.
Fred.
You know.
Yeah, now
I'm the
it's just,
juggernaut, bitch.
Now it's just shitty Charlie D'Amelio interviews.
We were talking. Well, I was talking to one of my managers today about that. How it's interesting that really Charlie D'Amelio is really the results of TikTok, right? Obviously, and prior to TikTok, over the last 4 or 5 years, and we've been talking about this viral cult thing, right? That we'd like to launch, and prior to that, the last 4 or 5 years, it's been almost impossible to get like popular on YouTube if you aren't already popular on YouTube.
Right.
It happens, but it's rare. It's rare for someone to blow up.
Yeah, it
and,
is.
like TikTok gave a bunch of new people like Charlie D'Amelio,
Limelight.
and they gave them that and of course, just like Vine gave people an avenue, and then the smartest people moved over to YouTube, where the financial part is better. The D'Amelios are now doing that, right? They use their TikTok fame, which came within 12 months, to
Crazy,
now crush it over on the YouTube game. And that's, it's interesting how that is, and how YouTube has kind of shut that door for most people.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, and that's why we talked about viral cult being a potential for, to maybe start opening that door again.
It's so weird. Like, I don't even know what to even talk about, because it's like, yeah, there's a lot going on with that sense. Like, yeah, you're right. Like, people, I don't know what happened to YouTube.
It became more mainstream, right?
Well, I think
like,
that,
it's
and
just
that's
different
Yeah,
now.
but you know what? That's just the progression of or the maturity, I should say, of a business, right? I mean, let's face it. Is it better for YouTube? Let's say David Dobrik makes $30 million a year on YouTube. Let's just say. Is it smarter for YouTube to promote the guy that's making $30 million a year, or the guy that's got 12 cents a video? Obviously, they're going to promote the guy that makes $30 million a year, because it's in their best interest, right? And that just is. It's no different than when cable first came out. Cable put out content that was radically different than TV.
Yeah.
And now it's pretty much, and now cable's dying, and now the new, the
I was going
Netflix
to say,
and
do you
Hulus
think
of the
there's
world.
kind of like some type of negative to that, in the sense that YouTube might fall down the same tracks, in the sense of like,
Oh, I think so. I think there's no doubt that, anyone that thinks that YouTube is too big to fail is wrong.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I mean,
Giants fall.
If the next platform that comes out, I mean, look at TikTok was a perfect example of that. TikTok was that next platform. It was just different than YouTube, right? But I mean, it was a platform that came out of nowhere and became one of the highest, the largest, fastest growing social platforms on the planet.
All I know is that ever since Vine was gone, that people my age or whatever, people I talk to, creators, just friends, everyone always talked about, hey, we need another Vine.
Yeah.
And TikTok did it.
Yeah, TikTok did it. It's really strange. Vine, for those people that don't know, that's listening. I mean, we live social media. That's one of our big things in life, and so we know a lot more than probably the average person about social media. But Vine is an interesting thing, because literally Vine. By the way, can you pull this up? How much did Twitter buy Vine for? I'm curious, because Vine was destroying it, man. I mean, they were killing the world, and then Twitter came in and bought Vine.
That's usually what happens. Is a company comes in,
for
buys it, and kills it.
Only for $30 million, huh? It's got to be way more than that. That's got to be wrong.
This one says 30 mil too.
30 million. Gosh, I cannot believe that they would have only paid $30 million for Vine. Vine was such a big thing. But the problem was, at that point, like TikTok has now figured out a way to make money.
Yeah.
Financially make money. Vine couldn't figure that out, right? Like Vine could not figure a way. And so Twitter came in. I can't believe that was a steal for $30 million. Twitter should have destroyed it with Vine, right? And in the meantime, they bought Vine and shut it down within 6 months.
Yeah, they fucked it up.
Yeah, but think about it. Vine could have been to Twitter as Instagram was to Facebook.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And they screwed that one up, because Vine should have been TikTok, right?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy to me is, like, how come viewers don't get paid? Because our eyes are the ones that is generating the money.
Well, I think it's the same thing as like television or movies or something like that. You don't get paid to watch a movie. You don't get paid to watch TV.
But they're paying to show us, to
not
get it
really.
in front of our eyes. Yeah, that's what it's for. Is to get it in front of viewers' eyes.
Yeah, like the ad.
So our
right?
eyes is really
Well, the people,
money. It's like
the people who do the ads are paying
right,
to
but
put it in front of your eyes.
it's like
Well, it just doesn't work that way. You're the consumer. The consumer is never going to be the one that gets paid.
I know, but if
You
you like if you make it an equation, the viewer's eyes is like
the prize.
Yeah, it's like that's the
Right.
money.
And that's where the whole advertising comes in, because you're paying to advertise to those eyes for those
Right.
people to
well,
buy
the thing
your products.
is, I mean, you know,
Like,
I get what
Yeah.
you're saying, Noah.
I do too,
I get
yeah.
what you're saying, but it doesn't work that way in the sense that
I
you
know
could
it
say this.
doesn't.
No, you could say the same thing like, well, the reason BHB is successful selling snakes is because people buy snakes, so we should pay people to buy our snakes. You know what I mean? Like, you know, every business,
No, that's
the
true.
customer is the one that makes you your business,
Yeah.
but you don't pay your customer; the customer pays you. You know,
But
That's the way
I
it
do
works.
see in a way like the fact that you're spending so much time on an app, like even if it wasn't a lot, but like say you got like a penny per hour. I mean, still, even if it wasn't a lot of money, that's
I
still like
think
something
actually,
over time.
aren't
Companies
there-
do that,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was just going to say there's a lot of startup things with new apps or new
Make you take
games or something
surveys,
like
yeah.
that at first they do pay people to do it, to help build it or to get
I
like
remember that, too.
opinions and that kind of stuff.
But I don't think that that's a sustainable
Thing.
business model.
No. You're doing it just to
Yeah, because
get
the
your
more people you
information.
have on your site, now you're paying more money out too.
Yeah, will there be another YouTube though? I don't know. I mean, I think there probably will one day, but I mean, I think what's going to happen, and this is just my thoughts, is that YouTube will morph more into the cable television Netflixy type of business, and the people that have millions of followers will
Have TV shows.
will
theoretically.
have like platform, and YouTube's already tried it with YouTube Red. And,
Yeah.
and with all their YouTube Premium and stuff like that.
I just
they've
think
already
they're-
tried it. It just
Yeah, how are you
haven't
liking
done
that? Because I'm paying for it.
You've been paying for it. For
I know I
years.
have.
No, it's great.
but
I love
YouTube
not
stopped.
watching ads.
Right, but YouTube now that's what premium is. But for a while, YouTube Red was about taking the Liza
It was-
Cochis
yeah.
and the Logan Pauls and making them into like
Movie
making
stars.
movies into them, and it just didn't
It
work.
just didn't
It just didn't work.
because they're ruining the whole point of
Exactly,
YouTube. The
right.
whole point of YouTube is
Raw.
having one person be the creator of their channel.
Well, I think that what you've said, right? People said that YouTube has taken the U out of YouTube.
Yeah.
is what they've
It's a
said.
great way to
you
put
know,
it.
And I think that's true, and that's why it didn't work. Now, will YouTube figure a way that it does work? Possibly. And I think that you could see YouTube morphing more into, well, hey, they just made the first really big step, right? Which is a lot of people were really upset about, that now they can play ads on your channel and not pay you if you're not monetized. So if you're a channel that doesn't have monetization, they can run ads and they don't owe you anything.
So they can run it on my channel.
They could run them on your
They've been
They
doing
already
that.
do that though. If they demonetize your
No,
video
but if
and they
they-
still
no,
put
they
ads
don't
on
do
it,
that.
Yeah,
Have
but-
you seen remember the Casey Neistat
because
video?
I always said that was BS.
He made a political video,
Mm-hmm.
and this was like a few years ago. And I remember that, like, what he was talking about, you weren't allowed to have ads on the video. So it was
Right,
like
yeah.
adless video.
Yeah.
But when you would click it on a guest channel or whatever,
Right.
it would play ads.
Right.
So it's the same thing. They've been doing this.
Yeah, but and
This is
so-
on
so-
my channel though.
Right,
Like, yeah.
right. Well, the point is that if you get demonetized on YouTube, or there's a video that should not support ads, if they run ads, you, the creator, still gets paid. They don't keep that money. They split it with you, the 60-40 split, right? So even if so what it is they rarely demonetize a video where there's no ads. It's usually reduced ads.
Limited, yeah.
Limited ads. So you still get paid for those ads. Now they finally, for the very first time, as a company came out and said, we are going to run ads on channels that are not monetized, and we're going to keep all of the money. We're not giving them
So
a penny.
all those demonetized videos that Noah had, he still made
He
money
still made
on.
money, just for a fraction
barely.
of money. So he was still getting money. It's
And-
just instead of making $100, he was making $5.
You know what? That is so fucked up by YouTube.
Yeah.
Because their motto is this video doesn't deserve ads because it's like too raunchy or whatever the
Right.
case may be.
But then you're still running ads.
But then but they're gonna put ads on it.
Yeah. Well, I think that
just
again,
cutting you out.
I'm not defending YouTube here. I'm just saying
I
that
know you're
I think
not.
that how that is that when you go, if me and your mom wanted to run an ad for BHB, we could put in that ad, we don't mind being advertised on a raunchy video.
Yeah.
So it's not YouTube making the decision that they put it. It's the advertiser saying, I want my ads to only be on clean channels. I want my ads to be on raunchy channels. You know, they have to make the decision.
And then there's less companies fighting for that spot, making the price go down.
Right.
Yeah.
And so
I just hate the fact that they say your channel can't have ads, but then they slip the ads on it.
Well, that
That's
part I think is
so
wrong. I think that part,
slippery.
yeah, I think that part is wrong. But my point is I think you're going. I'm saying this may be the first step in YouTube saying, you know, maybe 3 years from now, 5 years from now, wherever it is, they're going to say, hey, only the top 2,000 creators are making ads money at all, and the rest of you guys don't make any money.
And it's so stupid, dude, because like
I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm just saying it's possible.
But like what you said before too, right? You said that who would they rather support, Dave Dobrik with $30 million or Joe Schmo with 12 cents on a video?
Yeah.
They have the power to make Joe Schmo into Dave Dobrik in a way, right? So like,
well, they do, and that's what we talked about with the viral cult, right? Is that the reason they have the ability to do that, but do they have the desire to make that next David Dobrik? And the answer is no, they don't. Why would they? You know what I mean? Like, what advantage does YouTube get to make David Dobrik?
I guess
because
like I don't watch Dave Dobrik, but if they had somebody that was more my speed, I'd watch it.
Well, they do have someone your speed.
Right,
Then now you just say, hey, why don't we just knock Peter McKinnon off? And make the next Peter McKinnon. You know what I mean? Everyone has what they want on YouTube, who they want to watch. There's the big dog, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
And for YouTube to make another big dog only hurts the dog that's paid their bills for a while. You know what I'm saying? It's just. But anyways, let's move on from this because I think most of our audience don't give a shit about YouTube innards, and I know Lori her eyes are glazed over. She's almost falling asleep over here.
But we were talking about the idea that there might be an announcement at the end of this year or sometime soon.
Oh yeah, that the aliens are real.
Yeah,
dude, this shit's so fucking crazy.
Why?
Because man, like whatever. I hope the aliens are real.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I don't like. This experience of life is crazy enough. Just throw aliens on top of it. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's an interesting thing. I think why the governments of the world and the conspiracy theorists would say the reason why they haven't brought aliens out to the public yet is that maybe it would really buck religion.
Yeah. Oh
right?
yeah.
Because a lot of religions kind of believe that we're the only
ones
geocentric
in
the world,
yeah.
you know. And all of a sudden, if wait a second, now our religion is not telling us the truth, or our religion, and what does that do to the whole culture of the world? And I don't know the answer. I really don't know the answer to that. I'm just saying that
crazy like me.
Well, it's like with evolution, right? Like religion obviously never talked about that. So when you bring that up, people that are religious are like, no, that's not the truth. And then you have a big divide in the
Speaking
culture.
of religion, do you know that I think I told you this the other day, Noah, and interestingly enough, there's a celestial event that happens from the 21st to the 25th of December, which of course is Christmas. And it's the first time in 6,000 years that it's happened. And the Christianity thinks that their world is about 6,000 years old. And what they're saying is that there's a chance. You can try to look it up.
Yeah, I got you.
It's like the planets align for the first time in 6,000 years. It's like a number of planets and stars or something like that align.
I just thought
moves.
that happened every, like,
Well,
I think the way it's happening is...
it's like, the last time it's happened in 6,000 years. But anyway, so there are some people saying that, this could be the coming of God,
Coming of Christ,
the coming of Christ, because there's this,
it's always
6,000 years.
something is always the coming of Christ.
Yeah, every year we have to have something to be
and
stressed
guess what?
about.
Guess what? One time they'll get it right.
Is that what it is? Is that the Great Conjunction? Is that what that was called?
It happens every year. That's actually what the story of like why Christmas is on the 25th.
Yeah, but
Jesus wasn't born on the 25th.
this particular thing only happens every 6,000
Yeah,
years.
I think it's because the conjunction of Jupiter as well with it.
Yeah, it's something that only happens 6,000 years.
Where's the knowledge of saying that it happened 6,000 years ago? That they know this.
Mathematics.
Yeah, you just look at how the
that,
planets are going on their orbits.
Yeah. You can go back and
build a computer model.
Yeah,
light.
You can know
so
everything.
you still, you could figure out what might have happened, but is there something that's showing?
Yeah, because
that,
it's predictable. I mean, the planet alignments are predictable. They move the same way all the time. Right, you know what I mean? Like you could do a computer model on anything. I love how Lori says that every time. Well, shit changes. Like when you don't have an
so you're not
answer.
basing it on anything. You're basing it on
science. You're right.
Theory,
You're right. We're basing on science.
Well, the
yes.
way that we see it works would tell us that
No, we're basing it on
basically what
science.
I
and
mean,
what you're saying is science could
There's
be
no
wrong.
documentation.
What
is
she's
what I'm saying.
what she's saying is there's no picture 6,000 years ago.
No, there's no, and there was no internet.
There's no
6,000
writing. There's no anything. There's nothing
Yeah,
to
but-
say that anything documented that this had ever happened before.
Okay.
You're
Besides
just
math.
yeah.
Besides science, correct? Yes.
Well,
Besides,
no.
besides the fact of our
It's a
astronomy.
theory. It's a
It's not a
scientific theory.
It's not a theory. No, a theory would be something you can't prove.
No. That's a hypothesis.
Okay.
Theory is actually proven.
Okay.
So she is right. It is
Okay.
a theory
in that sense.
in that
in
it
that
is
sense,
real.
but it is absolutely a proven fact that the planets move in a very predictable way.
That's why the Mayan calendar works.
She just goes, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure about that.
And not in my book.
It's the greatest planets.
6,000 years. That's a long time for shit to be a little off, this and that. Like, you can't, I'm sorry. Like, no, I don't believe that everything is super precise or whatever. And if you don't have, you can't say that because you don't freaking know that.
Well, I get what you're saying. Like, we haven't measured it long enough to really understand it.
We
Kinda
haven't
like weather,
been
right?
here long enough
Like
to
climate.
know.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you know.
I've been here long enough.
Yeah, of course. You've been here
I would-
2 minutes and you know everything. We know.
I would love to see how they do it. They probably have like a computer system
Yeah.
with like.
Well, of
yeah,
course,
and
yeah.
I'm sure how they do it, and that's fine, and I get it. But to say this is absolute because you're
Well,
just going by whatever, it's not
Well,
absolute.
No.
Because I would almost bet my life that we have documents from like the Italians, the Romans. You know what I'm saying? Like they were big into stars.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6,000 years ago, people were
that's
around.
what I'm asking is do you have that something that you're basing
think
it
they
on
do.
writings on a wall, like, you know what I mean? Hieroglyphics,
Yes.
like, that's what I'm asking. And do you just say no, it's just a computer theory, like, yeah, okay,
It's not computer
like,
theory, though. I mean, it's.
I don't know.
I mean, the universe is predictable.
I feel like if
you
you're
know?
telling me that, yeah, we've been around a lot longer than 6,000 years, then I
Well, we
feel
have
like
been.
you should be finding some of, is it carved on
Well,
the
do you think
didgeridoo? Like,
do you
what
think
the fuck?
that 6,000
Like,
years ago, people? All right.
What was that thought?
I was going to say, number one, if maybe someone 6,000 years ago did document it, what are the
That's what
chances
I'm
of us
asking.
finding that
I
documentation?
mean, we
But
find a lot
can't
of crazy shit.
from 6,000 years ago.
Maybe.
We found older than 6,000.
Well, yes, we have, but have we found everything from 6,000 years
Well,
ago?
of course
Do you think that 6,000 years from now, let me ask you,
Yeah.
do you think 6,000 years from now,
I've seen some
someone
about
is
this.
going to find every one of my 1,540 something vlogs?
I hope
no.
not.
Fuck, dude. I just watched a video on this
curious.
talking about like I think it might have been 10,000 years in the future.
Yes.
What would be left if there was like an apocalypse right,
Right.
now and just
Yeah.
zoom, and it was just like the Empire State Building and like
Well, there'd only be that we've talked about that. Me and Jay were just talking about this earlier. That there are some hypotheses, some
Mount
theories
Rushmore.
that say that we may have been as advanced as we are right now in technology, maybe dozens of times in our existence.
Yeah,
and
just-
it-
we
and
just
it's just
wiped
wiped it
ourselves
out, and there's just no proof of it at all. Because
Yeah.
if you took this, let's say if we had exactly what we had today,
Yeah, it's like the
in
Will
100
Smith movie.
Right, yeah. Well,
I
but
know.
100,000 years ahead, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
100,000 years ago, the world will take back all our buildings and everything. And that's why the Egyptians may have been wildly more technologically advanced than we think, because all that's left is what
The rubble.
3,000 years couldn't destroy, And that's a whole nother, I mean, there are literally people that believe that as a matter of fact, there's new studies that say that America may have had the oldest human beings on record up to 150,000 years ago. Whereas before that, everyone thought that it was about 60,000 years in Africa was the origin.
Interesting.
But they're saying there's a chance that there could have been humans
Because
on.
archaeologists are finding things.
Well, they're finding things that are in the sediment that are saying it could be way older, up to 150,000
Right,
years.
so it's not out of the realm of me asking.
about the planets
About
moving.
proof.
Yeah. Okay,
mean, it
I
is-
agree.
You
I'm
know,
gonna just
that's
agree
how
with
all
you.
good science is. It starts with the question.
That's
I
right.
agree.
You
And
know?
I agree with you, Lori. I have no idea. I wasn't here 6,000
You
years
don't
ago.
agree
weren't.
with me, but I don't care.
No, I'm just saying. I don't know. Maybe 6,000 years ago, the planets were different.
At least you weren't.
So
Brian
what is this
Barczyk
thing that we're
6,000 years
seeing?
ago.
Is it something we can see? Is it going to be cool, or
Yeah.
is it just
Yeah, can we
something
see it?
happening
Yeah.
that we're
So it's
going to
be in the
about?
western sky.
the western
so
sky.
this
Oh, yeah.
happens every year for the 21st, but the reason I think this one's so popular is because we can actually observe it. Because sometimes it happens during the
Happens
daytime.
every year, but only every 6,000.
No. Meaning like the last time that humans were able to observe it, because normally it would be during daytime or something like
Okay.
that, is this time right now. So it'll be at night. You'll see all the planets in pretty much a very small cluster of the sky.
Yes.
It would
And
be
that's,
cool.
and that's what happened at Bethlehem.
Well, that's literally what happened at Bethlehem. Like you're
So
100%
what
right.
was?
Yes.
Can we get?
What's that? That's the North Star.
That's the sun.
That's the
Yes,
sun.
this is the North Star attached to Sagittarius, and then you would have like Jupiter, Saturn, Mars.
So that's the Star of
Uranus.
Bethlehem, is what you're saying. That the wise men.
Yeah, well,
followed.
the reason that like cross was actually introduced was the southern crux in the sky as it rises in December. That was a big reason for the cross and stuff like that too.
But
and the Trinity.
I don't even know.
But okay, that's enough
Can
of
we
that.
go to an observatory for this?
Observatory?
Do we know anybody that owns one of those?
I don't know anyone that owns an observatory.
Is anyone
figure it out.
watching?
I don't even know where the closest observatory
Yeah, I was
to
going to
us
say, is there one in Michigan?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's any in Michigan. I mean,
Why-
maybe there
there
is.
would
I don't know.
have to be one up
There's
north.
probably
there's
a
a college
telescope.
that probably has a nice telescope or something.
Yeah,
So-
telescopes. I'm saying observatories because observatories have to be above the pollution of
Light pollution,
Yeah,
yeah.
light pollution. So they're typically on top of mountains and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
they have to be as close.
Sacred holy sites.
Yeah, sacred holy sites. Yes.
It's really what they're
Was it a
trying to
good-
do in Hawaii.
Was it a good dark sky the other night when you were night camping?
Oh yeah. Let's
No,
talk about the
no,
night
it
camping.
wasn't.
No, it was a fucking snowstorm.
It was a full moon.
It was a
It
full
was
moon.
a full moon, so
Oh,
it
that's
was
dope.
bright all night.
Oh, so it was like our dark sky adventure,
it
to
was
where it was
bright
just
all
a
night.
So
super
Noah,
moon.
It was
Noah-
actually really cool.
Noah had the and Anthony
We had great ideas.
had the greatest idea on the planet.
Greatest idea.
And go ahead, tell
Ever.
us what that
So
idea was.
Monday was one of the first snows of the
and
year.
like 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts.
Yeah, it was
and
really
cold.
windy.
And
And
cold.
so Anthony and I decided to go camping.
Camping outside.
Camping. I've never been camping.
Like outside tent camping.
Tent
yeah,
camp.
tent
In a
camp, not
camp.
glamping.
Yeah,
no,
not
in
me.
a camp on the forest floor, in a sleeping bag. So we get out there. It's like 5 o'clock. It's already getting dark. Blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
Yeah.
I tell Anthony, I'm like, dude, okay, I used to work here, and they do like these checks in the parking lots to see if cars are still there.
Yep.
Do you think we should worry about that? And he's like, nah, man, I think we're good. He's like,
Anthony always thinks you're good.
yeah, he's like, we're not gonna be here for more
He's
than
very
24
positive.
hours.
He's very
Well,
positive.
it's not even gonna be a day. They're not. Why would they do anything? So I'm like, okay, perfect. We're fine. We set up camp, whatever. Go to sleep. The whole point is wake up in the morning and try to get some good pictures of some wildlife.
Yeah.
Okay. I wake up to a text from my mom saying, "Hey, the police are looking for you. Call me ASAP."
Yes.
I'm
yes.
like, what?
Yeah.
I'm immediately just ruined my mood. I'm like, what the fuck?
yeah.
So I call
obviously.
mom. I'm
Can
like,
you imagine your mom's mood?
Yeah, exactly. As they've been calling me for an hour nonstop trying to locate you.
yeah. So I call
The
her.
missing persons.
She tells me that the police are looking for me, and here's this number. Call the police. I'm like, fuck. Do I really have to call the police? What if I just don't? Like, what if I
Yeah.
don't?
What if I
They're
just sneak
sitting
out?
at your truck waiting for you, literally.
So I'm like, Anthony, the police are looking for us. Should I call them or should we wait it out? And he's like, I don't care, bro. It's really up to you. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna call them. I think that's a safe bet. I call them. I'm like, hi, you guys are looking for me, and they're like, who are you? I mean, like, they're probably looking for thousands of people.
Yeah, yeah.
So when I just
I'm the
say-
lost kid on the milk carton.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are looking for me. He's like, what is your name? I'm like, Noah Barczyk. He's like, oh, okay. And he's just like, where are you guys? In middle of the forest? Like,
Yeah.
where do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
He's like, no, like, where are you guys at? I'm like, Stony Creek in middle of the forest. He's getting pissed off with us. I'm like,
Like he wants the coordinates or what?
yeah, exactly. He's like, do you understand? The lieutenant's out in his black Charger driving around right now looking for you guys. This is a real serious thing. You guys have to come back ASAP. I'm like, okay, well, I just woke up, dude. Like, we have to bust this whole camp down.
Yeah.
And then it's like a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
All he heard was 10-minute walk.
Right.
He's just like, okay, see you in 10. Hang up, bust in the camp. He won't stop calling me. It took over about an hour to bust everything down.
my
So
gosh.
yeah,
Keeps
please
calling me.
elaborate.
Yeah, why
because
didn't you
what
just go
kind
out
of
and
camp?
yeah.
What camp did you set up that
What do you
took an
mean?
hour to tear down? Like, what did you guys do?
2 tents, and then you have all the shit inside your tent that you have to repack into small bags. Like, it's just a lot of
Why
stuff.
didn't you walk out, talk to the guy, and then come back?
What if he would have kicked them out?
Dude,
well, if he
fuck
would,
all
he would
that.
have let them like go back and get their stuff. Not well,
No.
but the thing is, he just got more and more upset because he had to wait for you for an hour
Yeah.
when he thought you were going to be there in 10 minutes.
Guess what? You ruined our turkey pictures.
So there's that.
Yeah, because the whole point
Yeah,
of camping...
well, he was ruining my morning too, calling me every 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy sucks. But and I still have to pay that misdemeanor.
Hey, you're lucky he didn't tow the truck because he said he was going to impound it.
That's
yeah,
so
he was.
fucked,
Yeah,
man.
like why? So, anyways, the point is, this is a state park. You would think you'd be able to camp, but
was
apparently,
there a sign? Did he show you?
There was no-
there
no,
was
he
a
didn't show
sign
a
that said
sign.
you can't camp in the winter.
Truthfully, I didn't see a sign.
I've never.
I
either.
have heard rumors that you weren't allowed to camp, but I mean, we were looking, no signs or
Okay.
nothing.
Because I was just curious. I've never camped there. I've only went there during the day to go to the beach. I
Yeah.
didn't even go to. Were you in the camping area?
No,
you guys
So-
were just off like
In the
park,
forest, yeah.
So
Yeah,
where
of
did you
course.
park? Just at a
at
regular
a beach. I just started walking. He was like,
So-
"You guys by
yeah.
the water?"
I mean, that's what we did in the UP, and it was fine. You know?
Yeah,
I've
you're in
never-
the
Yeah,
UP.
but that's in the UP
You're
then,
not
yeah,
at
no one's gonna-
Stony
yeah.
Creek.
He asked me. He was like, "Can you
guess you're
see
right.
water?" I'm like, "Yeah, I think there's a little water over there."
Oh Lord.
Dude, he was so mad at us. He really wanted to know where we were. I'm like, dude, there's like 57 pine trees right there
Yeah.
and an oak laying here to my left. Like, what do you want me
Yeah.
to tell you?
Yeah.
So we pack our stuff up and
Oh my
we
gosh.
get hiking out. Anthony's pissed, dude. He's just like, I'm gonna beat this fucking cop up, man.
What?
He's just like,
Oh
no,
my
dude,
gosh,
yeah.
don't do
Yeah,
that.
he's just like, dude, he's just like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. And he's
Oh
just like,
my
he's just
gosh,
like, dude,
Anthony, what is he thinking?
he's just thinking that
He's a moron.
he
Is
slept-
what he's thinking.
He slept in the woods for no reason because we're
Well, yeah, that's what you do. You sleep in the woods for no reason.
Well, you know what? Listen,
There's
trying to
never
get
a reason.
footage. We're trying to get footage.
Well, you know what? The footage.
Yeah.
Okay, you have Grandpa and Uncle Richard who literally live on
Yeah, you
woods
go-
that
yeah.
you could have went
Yeah,
and
in their
stayed as long
backyard.
as you want to, and nobody would give a shit.
Well, we're doing that next time.
That's true.
So regardless, the cop ended up giving you a ticket.
Yeah. So we
Anthony
go-
did not beat him up clearly because you're not
Obviously, yeah,
arrested.
yeah.
No,
Obviously.
Anthony was all talk. Right when he got there, he didn't say a word.
Hi, sir.
sorry.
Oh, the guy
didn't
was
say a
pissed
word.
because he's on the phone with me, calling me the last time, and I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, when I talked to him, is the last time I talked to you. He was packing up and walking out. He's like, I just blah blah blah. He's like, oh, never mind. I see him. They're walking out now. And they have a dog. And I was like, oh, shit. Now he probably is not supposed to have dogs either. Like,
Yeah,
great.
he-
Another thing to get pissed about. But he was so pissed when he said that. And a dog.
Exactly. He's mad on the phone. He gets out the car and he's just happy. He's just
just
like,
good.
"How are ya? How you doing?
how you doing,
Hey,
bud?"
what the fuck? Are we in Minnesota?" And then he comes up to us. He looks at me. He's like, "Are you Noah?" I'm like, "Yeah." He looks at Anthony and he's just like, I don't got to worry about you.
What?
That's what I'm saying.
Just
It's weird,
singles
right?
me out,
Yeah.
gives me the ticket, and just like looks at Anthony. He's like, "You're fine." Like it was.
So Anthony was okay to do it, but
Yeah.
you weren't okay.
Yeah, it was weird.
He's like, you got Nikes on, boy. You're supposed to be out here.
exactly.
Well, because
And then-
what was
oh,
the
dude,
ticket
this got
for?
weirder.
Yeah, what was the ticket
For the
for?
car being
No,
there?
it was for camping after hours in the winter.
Well,
in the
how do you
winter.
just write it for one person and not two
Yeah.
people that clearly came out of the woods together?
And one has a dog.
No one has a dog, yeah.
But I don't know. It kept getting weirder because, like I said, he came out Minnesotian, right? And he was chill.
Yeah.
And then he started getting like hood on us.
Got hood on you guys.
Yeah, like he was kept saying,
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, he was like, yo. He was like, you guys can't do this, y'all dig.
He did not.
No. Swear to God, that's the first thing
It's
they
a
told
white
me.
guy.
White,
Oh, yeah,
40-year-old male.
Yeah, I was talking to you about the phone a lot. That was not
Minnesota guy. I mean, he had a Minnesota accent.
So he went from like
and then he
Youper
switched it
to
up.
he went to Youper to hood.
Yeah, and he was just like, "Ya dig." He was like, "You can't camp in the winter, ya dig." And I'm just like looking at this guy like, "What the fuck is going on? Am I on a prank show right now?
Yeah, that would have been a good
am I-
prank,
That
by
would've
the
been a
way.
good
if
prank.
He
I-
kept saying, he said,
Damn, why didn't we think about this,
he
man?
said,
Next
you
time.
dig? He said, you're. He was just like, and after like we were done, he was like, are you gonna do this anymore? You can't make any more bad choices. And I was just like,
What?
yeah, he did say he made
No, he said bad decisions,
bad
right?
decisions.
Oh,
bad choices,
not bad
whatever.
choices. Okay.
And
I thought you
we
meant
were
bad
like,
choices.
what?
I
That's
was
the
like,
joke I said. I was
Yeah.
like, a bad choice? No, it's my brand.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, no, we're not gonna make anything. He was like, all right, bet. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy? What is this guy? Hands me my ticket and then leaves.
Well, the whole thing I
So
think is
weird.
interesting too is that he said he wasn't going to give you a ticket,
No.
but then he gave you a ticket.
Yeah.
So
Well,
why?
he first, like the first
took a
two
while.
phone calls, yeah, he just, I'll talk to him and explain to him, I could, but I'm not going to. But then he
just
kept
wasn't-
getting more angry the longer it took them.
Like
to
he had
come
anything else to
out.
do that
And like
day.
I said, the last
Yeah.
conversation before, he was talking about impounding the truck, and he's like, but it's the dad's truck, right? It's not his. He's like, because I could impound it, but I wouldn't do it if it was the dad's truck. I'm like, yeah, it's the dad's truck.
That's right.
I'm like, the last thing I need is you to impound that car, and then I got to go pick his ass up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just a crazy thing. I mean, the whole thing to me was crazy. Not only the cop part, but the fact that the first time you ever go camping is on the first
Winter.
the wintry night. The first winter night we had, gusty winds.
I even burned myself.
You burned yourself. How?
In the winter cold camping, I burned myself on.
Ice.
Did you guys make a fire?
No.
No fire? Why?
No, stealth camping.
Oh, you were doing
Works
stealth?
so
don't
great
want
when you
smoke
leave
signals.
a car in the parking
yeah,
lot.
yeah. Might as well just had a
so
party.
you guys were like, oh, no one's going to know we're here, but let's leave our car over
Yeah.
here.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, I got
Because
you.
Anthony said it'd be fine.
Yeah, but on that like little like hot thing, you put like a little gas.
Oh, the jet boil.
Yeah, the
Oh,
jet
yeah.
boil. I burned myself on a jet boil.
Oh, my gosh.
But,
Did you have good
Well,
food?
there you go.
Did you have teriyaki
yeah,
out there?
chicken fried rye. Chicken
Oh,
fried
you
rye.
took your little the
Took 10,
package?
15 minutes.
Did you take your little package with you, or was it like something like
My
what
little
did you?
package. I mean, I'm always packing.
He's always got his
something.
little
No,
package
no.
with
What's
him.
the MREs?
No, because Anthony said. That's what he said. He has like these like chicken teriyaki or whatever thingies, and I was like, dude, I got a couple MREs like military grade. He's like, dude, those are shit. He was just like, those taste like shit, bro. We're not eating those. And
Do
which
they
is-
taste like shit? I've never
I've
had
never
one.
We never
had
had
one,
one. We
but-
gotta taste one. We gotta taste
Dude,
them now.
But I believe them because they give like the military. I'm pretty sure like all branches these boots, right? And they're supposed
Yeah.
to be like waterproof.
Right.
But there's like this ongoing joke that they suck the water in,
All right. Yeah.
and so the boots just get wet. Like for some reason,
The
our
military does the
military-
opposite.
yeah, like
I don't
we
know.
have
I think
really
it depends.
shitty.
And some of the very
stuff.
few videos I've ever watched, I watched, I don't even know how, a guy, he was in the military, and then that was his thing. He would eat the MREs like out on his thing, and he would talk about how good they were and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
this is
might
pretty
be-
damn good.
They might be good. I don't
So
know.
That's the next
maybe we should
video.
have it for dinner tonight.
I have 3
Oh
MREs.
my gosh! Not the
Oh, there
not
you
the
go.
dinner
I have them
tonight.
out.
Ugh.
3 MREs, so we can maybe on a podcast whip up
Ooh, a
some.
podcast
some
would be a good
MREs.
idea.
it would be
that'd be
good
good.
because I'm hungry.
All you need is hot water.
Damn it.
Yeah, that's
We were
it.
supposed to get shawarma too.
I know, but I was sick, so I was definitely not going to eat.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jay, what do we
After.
got? We got some supers.
Yeah, Sharon says, "Hey, Brian, Lori, and Noah."
Hey, what's
Sharon.
up, cutie?
Hey, Sharon.
What's up, cutie?
Sharon?
Mwah.
Dank Jay's back. I haven't seen him in a while.
Wow, it's
Hey.
been a bit, Jay.
He said, "Thanks for the entertainment, guys. One day we will tip a few back and smoke, tell stories, puff puff pass. Love to all."
Thank
Oh,
you,
man.
Dank Jay.
Well,
I
thanks,
appreciate
Dank.
it. Maybe get a couple quesadillas from Taco Bell.
Case-
That'd be great,
Quesadillas.
dude. Quesadilla.
Aaron
Aaron
just-
threw €5.
Hey,
Hey,
what's
thank
up,
you. That's like
Aaron?
$3,000
In
man.
American
the
money.
way U.S. dollars dipping down. You know, those euros are nice.
I
That's
appreciate
fucking
you,
right.
Just take
Aaron.
someone give us some Bitcoin, would you, please?
Oh my god! It's
Oh,
actually at its
damn.
all-time high right now.
I know.
It
It's
is.
just
I still
crazy.
have some,
it doesn't
too.
Make, it doesn't make
Really?
sense.
Yeah,
I'd sell that shit.
yeah. That's what
That's
I'm
not a
trying
bad
to do.
shout.
Chase said, "Brian and Noah, y'all are my favorite YouTubers."
Dude,
Oh, thank you. I
I'm
appreciate
honored.
it.
Tell more friends, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
like
losing
people-
subs
yeah,
like
tell-
fucking virginity cards.
Yeah,
over
you're
here.
not using that many because you're still at the same overall number, like 205 or whatever. 205.
Let's just say we're not gaining.
Yeah, well, it's
You're
it's,
replacing.
You know, yeah,
We're
it's,
trying.
it's just yeah,
Just keep grinding and hope that
yeah.
one day Everything will
It's
work
like my
out.
Instagram too. I was just talking about how my Instagram's been that way. We haven't grown in the last like month and a half. Not even like last month. I had 50 total net followers. Yeah, I used to do like 200-300 a day, you know,
Yeah.
and I've got 50 net. Just got to switch up strategy a little bit. Just grind it through and just keep on working harder at it. You know,
just gotta try to figure it out.
but that's all right. So follow me on Instagram at SnakeBitesTV. Melissa,
Melissa said there's a family in Brazil that 4 generations are piebald and their white marks are similar to one another. The youngest is a model and super cute. Thanks.
Dude, wait a minute. You did not just call a human being a piebald.
No, that's it.
But isn't there
No,
like
bro.
Isn't there like
It's
yeah,
a-
what's it? Yeah, isn't
There's
there
a
like
real term for it.
Yeah,
that's
there is.
a ball python.
No,
Yeah.
that's what they call any animal that has that.
no, but
mutation.
there's actually a disease that
Bro.
yeah, exactly.
But that's not piebald. That would be more like
bro.
calico.
No,
Is
they
there a
don't have
piebald human
snake
being?
boards,
I'd
bro.
like to look. I don't know that there's any
There's
piebald human
not.
being.
They have a different. There's a different definition.
I would think, but
bro.
I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
still the same thing. Like
I know. They got it, dude. It's
yeah,
called.
just piebald.
I
Human.
think it starts with a C.
no. There's
It says,
there's
it says
vitiglio.
piebald human
Oh
beings.
my god!
Don't show that one. That's
it
got a
really
wiener
is
in
the
it.
fucking same.
I didn't even notice. But yeah, no, it really is the same. That's what it's called. That's like a deer could be piebald, a cow.
Interesting.
moose.
What?
Well, there you go.
Just like leucistic, like a person
So they
could
do
be
call it
albino.
because I have
leucistic.
seen people that have the splotches like that.
Yeah,
but they
there's
do
the
call. I thought they
newscaster.
called it something else.
No, there's a different. There's like a not like a. There's a dermatological. I don't know if it's a
Term for it?
disease or an
Like
issue or
lack of
whatever,
pigment.
but that they actually lose pigment through their life. Like
That's crazy.
Michael Jackson actually had it. That's supposedly.
Yo.
Supposedly, allegedly.
Wait, look at that one kid with the
hair. Yeah, the
that
hair.
actually looks
Yeah,
cool.
It hides the hair and everything, huh?
Yeah, this is vitiglio.
So okay, so now this is
Yes.
what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So I don't know
yes,
what the
I've seen
difference
This is
that.
calico.
Yes.
This is like where they kind of lose their pigment.
I love
I
how
know
you
that's
said,
funny, but
this is
like
calico.
it is though. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Dude, that's actually crazy. That
I wonder
there
if you
is-
could breed a piebald and an albino person together and
Yeah,
produce an albino pied.
Ooh, we should get
Bro.
onto it. We got.
I'm
Bro.
sure that the odds in that are extreme.
Well,
One
no,
in
you
four?
produce double heads, but then you'd have to
Right,
like, you'd
but
have
it's
to outbreed
very
enough
frowned
cousins.
upon. It's
Yeah.
very frowned
God.
upon to inbreed
should get this
people,
going.
Humans.
I'm just
like
saying
that.
though, if you got to what was it,
You're gonna get
like
some
third
fucked
cousins,
up
okay,
shit.
or what? You can breed third cousins, or I don't know.
I think second, anything past 2 is fine.
Past second cousin.
Yeah.
So if you like outbred,
Sister, grandma, mama.
My
It's all
sister
right.
wife.
Yeah.
yeah, if you just outbred enough, you could
We
eventually
can
get
ask
it back.
Tyler
Tyler.
from Wyoming. I'm
Oh,
sure he
Tyler.
knows.
Yeah, he's yeah, he might know.
His family lineage is
His
Interesting.
yeah his
Strict
da-
is the
yeah
straight.
his dad has his it's
His sister.
his sister and his aunt.
yeah.
It's
They're-
the same
all
sister
same
aunt
people.
and his
the daughter says
yeah
daughter
and,
wife.
and their daughter is his sister and
His
mother.
he's his uncle. Yeah,
There's a lot going on.
there's a lot going on there.
Tyler was interested.
All right.
X-Ball.
X Ball said, "Remember, everything the military has is from the lowest bidder."
Yeah, that is true. That is actually true. Unless you get into like
It's from the
big
lowest
big
seals.
no until you get into like the big military like Boeing and stuff like that. You know, they may be the lowest, but they're you know,
Wait,
General Dynamics is
so was
getting
he talking about, like-
$1 trillion deals.
He's talking about the MRE thing.
Yeah, was he
Yeah.
backing up how MREs are bad?
Yeah, I think he was talking about MREs as well as the boots being bad, you
Yeah.
know, being the lowest bidder. I think, yeah, when it comes to troops, they probably, you know, cut a lot of corners.
I agree.
You know, when
No,
it
I
comes
agree.
to like military, like
Oh, yeah, like
hardware,
hard
yeah, they're
power.
like, there's like $1 trillion on that
That
submarine, you know?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
$4 on 3,000 MREs.
Yeah, we'll just cut it out. Yeah.
And Melissa said the same thing. Vitiglio is
Okay.
different than piebald.
Okay.
Okay.
But they're
so
all
we
both.
learn something new every day.
We
There's
did learn something new
because
today.
I thought those two were the same, but they're different.
I would have thought they were the same too, but I didn't.
I asked somebody once who had it because I was very like interested. I was like, "Yo, I love genetics and stuff. So how does this work?" And
So
they
what the
said,
hell's going on with you?
Do you remember when we had the albino?
leucistic.
We
Got
had
a
the
little bit of a-
albino came to the Reptarium.
Yeah, it was when we first opened. It was so
first
funny too
yeah.
because he was like he wanted to
was
hold all
excited.
the albino things because he
Oh,
was
that's
like,
cool.
oh yeah, he was just like, yeah, it's so cool for me to be an albino and then have an like, and it was so weird to wrap your head around. Like
something
that's
we can
crazy.
never do.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
we
could
just
never
hold
do.
an albino. It's just
Yeah, but we're not, yeah,
normal.
Yeah, he
Go for the hypo.
understood that he understood
Yeah.
how they felt.
yeah, the super. gene going
super
on.
burn. Yeah, right.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy, but cool.
Now,
nice
was it a
guy.
white person that was an albino
It was
or
a
a black
white person. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a white person. Yeah.
Interesting. I've seen both.
I love
They're
the
both interesting.
I love the black binos.
Black
Mhm.
albinos.
Why?
Yeah, you see those in
Why?
Africa
Because
quite a bit.
their hair is like ginger,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
and they got
Green
like an
eyes and stuff,
afro.
too.
Yeah, they
and
got the
it's
really
ginger,
cool eyes. Yeah.
and it's funny.
it's funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Speaking of Africa, are we going?
What?
We going to Africa? Well, you said
Yeah.
I said it. But
Yeah.
We're going to Africa.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna
You
go?
can't even plan
Yeah, we
a
can't
trip
plan
to
shit.
frickin' Target right now. And then no, I'm not planning a trip to Africa with you.
I wasn't talking about planning a trip. I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
going.
Next time that you go, I'm coming.
And you're coming. We're doing the bar check. We're doing the bar
Maybe.
check.
Mom
tour.
doesn't seem very thrilled about it.
But you're right. Target is out of the. I won't go to Target in these
Why?
days.
I love Target.
Not in these days. There's a virus out there.
There's a virus.
Staying away from that.
There's so
people,
many
those people.
different viruses out there.
Exactly. It's
I mean,
winter time.
There's like
Season of
the
sickness.
sexual viruses.
Yeah,
There's
well, keep your
the-
pucker in your pants.
That's
I
right.
do. I do.
I'm trying
Well,
not
then
to.
you don't have to worry
but
about
I
the
am.
sexual
I don't.
viruses.
I don't have to. I know. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. I said I'm waiting till 30 till I get a woman. 10 years on
Really?
my career, and then after that fails, then I'll focus on a woman.
That's interesting.
What
10
is-
years. That's a long time. That's a lot of celibacy.
I just know that every time I'm with a woman, I'm slacking off because I'm in love, and not focusing on my
Well,
craft.
honestly, it's not bad to focus on something because sometimes when you're focused on other things, that's when
That's
People
what
come
I'm
the
along.
saying.
person will come to you
I agree.
rather than you focusing on finding that person. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
So,
Focus on the dream.
Yeah.
And then have the side hose off to the side.
Well,
I
I don't know.
don't know
I'm not
about
too thrilled
that.
about the hoe thing, but
Yeah.
whatever.
You might wanna
Just
stay
don't bring
away
them
from that
around
one.
me because you know I'm not.
Yeah, they're
gonna
not
be nice.
welcome at Christmas.
I don't bring the hose to Christmas. Santa does that.
Santa.
What are we doing here? What's going on?
I
Come
I don't know.
on.
We got really off the rails, man. I mean, I tell you what,
Jesus.
it's
Hoes and Christmas.
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
hell?
We got. So what do we got? Oh, yeah.
The last one that's X-Ball came back and said, no, I mean literally everything in the
It's
military.
the military.
Yeah, is lowest bidder.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what
yeah.
I've heard.
I mean, it makes sense, I guess. From I don't know.
I'm sure that, like you said, I'm sure like they got some high quality nukes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure they're not.
I mean, even that's
fucking
probably
around
the
with that.
lowest bidder, but it's probably the difference between, like,
Let's be honest, okay? Just like our government. So lowest bidder, but they know that they can get a lot of money. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of who's going to play that whatever thing because nobody's going to say when you know you can get $1 million, they're not going to do it for 500. You know, everybody's going to try to whatever or they,
I don't know.
they
Remember that movie?
overcompensate
I was
and
just thinking
then
about
just
this
go down.
fucking movie.
The War Dogs.
War
Yeah,
Dogs.
with Jonah Hill. Yeah, and
Yeah.
they got that contract.
Yeah, they did.
And the guy said, we were just surprised because you were quite a bit lower
Right.
than everyone else. And he goes, just out of curiosity, how much lower? $27 million.
Right.
and then Joe was like, what?
And that's what I'm saying. 100%. Like the people who are in the whole thing know how bad they can basically rape them for money. So, yeah, while it might be the lowest bidder, believe me, government pays stupid money for stupid shit.
Well,
Like,
of course. That's what I'm
They
saying.
pay
That's what
way
I'm
more
saying.
than we would pay. So maybe
Right.
just because they're getting crappy quality doesn't mean they're paying,
Yeah, I would imagine.
discount
I would
prices.
imagine a military boot is probably still 5 times more than what we would
Yeah.
pay for a military boot at the
Definitely.
store. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
because the government will pay that much
even
more.
if it's
like,
it's not as good a quality or
Okay.
something like that. Speaking of which, why do I have a pair of
Interesting.
Tims in the back of my car? Is that your Tims?
Oh, I never took them out. I was looking for those.
Is that from
how did
when
they
we
even
went
get
on the
in his
trip?
car?
Yeah, because I went on the trip. With
Oh,
and I
cleaning
brought
out
them.
the RV.
Yeah, I need to bring them
Okay.
out.
Oh,
Yeah, that
come
would have
on.
been nice probably the last 2 snow days, huh?
yeah. Probably when you were camping. Probably when you were camping.
all right.
Yeah, what'd you rock? You
Oh,
rocked
I will say
Jordans.
this.
That's why. I think that's why the police was saying you did because I was
yeah,
wearing
they're
my.
like, hey, you can't be out here selling drugs to this homeless guy. You
Camping in his
dig?
J's.
Well, it was funny because
There was all these plans.
I know you came into work and you said you were going camping. I thought you were joking because
Obviously,
it was
both of you
snowing.
did.
Yeah, but then your mom said, "Yeah, Noah's out camping." So I text you
Yeah.
And I said, "Are you really camping tonight? Because it's snowing, it's blizzardy outside." And you said, "Yeah, you should come. We got you a hotel room."
Oh shit!
Which is so true. That's how I camp. You know, I camp in a hotel room. You know,
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah,
know
it
me
was
too well.
it was early
You're
too.
a glamper.
It
I
was
am a glamper.
early, man. Like I was, oh my god, it was crazy. It was crazy, but I mean, you just got to do it. It's life, you know. Life, especially first world country life, man. It's too safe out here. You got to spice it up a little.
No, I'm not
Illegally
going
camp
camp.
at Stony
Number
Creek
one, I'm
Metro.
not camping. I don't want to. I know I sound so terrible. I don't want to camp in the summertime, let alone in the wintertime. And there's
But-
no way that I would
I just-
enjoy that.
I
I mean,
just-
impossible. The only way I would camp.
Because I
in the
mean,
win-
impossible.
No, and the only time I would camp in the winter is if like my plane went down in the Alps, and I had to camp to
That's
get
not
out of there.
camping.
You would,
No, right.
you
That's
would
survival.
probably jump off the
No, but
cliff.
the day that I'm like, yeah, let's go camping in January, you guys better check me into a mental institution
Oh, we'll
immediately.
check you in way before that.
No, but Anthony and I were talking about this. He was saying he was surprised that you are this way
Yeah.
because from like the outside in, he would expect you to be like, all right, Anthony, Jay, Noah, pack our bags. We're going to find this snowy owl.
No.
Or like this
No, I'm not into
crazy reptile that isn't even real, but we're going to try
It's
to
weird,
find
you know.
it.
Don't get me wrong. I like going out herping in the summertime and going. It's cool, but that's not like what it's like. I know this is weird, but I would actually prefer go somewhere where I'd rather go to a collection or a zoo that I know I'm going to find something awesome
Really?
because I'm like, oh, I know that this zoo has a Komodo dragon that I can go interact with, rather than going like on this like huge journey and going like, oh, I hope today I find the Komodo dragon. And I realize that
there's
to
a
some people
difference.
it's yeah.
There's a difference. And the difference I can tell you right now is because you have to film everything you do in your life. So that's your thing. I can't afford to go and not have anything. So you can't go and just have the adventure of going, and it doesn't matter if you find anything or not.
I mean, I don't know that I totally agree with that. I mean,
Nailed it.
no, because I think there's a story. You could tell a story about going and not finding something too. You know, it's maybe
I mean,
not as big of a
dude.
payoff, but I think you could tell that
Yeah.
story well.
We know that's true too because, excuse me, we watch so many TV shows, whether it be The Curse of Oak Island,
Yeah,
Right.
they
whether
all
it
suck.
be that one with
They all
the
have
the
nothing.
guy we really love.
Speaking of which,
that
Expedition Bigfoot
Yeah.
got signed for season 2.
exactly
They didn't
never-
find shit in
No.
season 1,
yeah,
but
the
they're
whole
coming back
season.
for season 2.
Exactly. So that proves his point. You can sell.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't not go out because I don't think I'm going to find something because I think it's a bad vlog. Because like I said, if you film the vlog the right way, even not finding something could still have a payoff of like, hey, the adventure was amazing. It's just I don't really get that much enjoyment. I don't get me wrong. If I was out and I caught a rattlesnake out in California or in Arizona or something like that, it's awesome. It's awesome. I would love to do that. And there are times I would love to go hiking. It's just that I'd also probably 9 out of 10 times say I would just rather go to the Chiricahua Desert Museum and go hang out with 25 rattlesnakes that my buddy Bob Ashley has. And now I get to see all 25 of them rather than just seeing one in a back road, That's just me. And I know that that's really weird because most animal people aren't that way.
Right.
But that's who I am. That's how I've always been. I haven't been as adventurous as maybe, some people would think. That's why, in all honesty, I don't think I would even want now I would definitely not want an adventure show, on TV or something like that. It's something that's just not really what I would want to do.
It's so weird because some of your craziest stories are adventures.
No, but see, that's the difference. I think there's travel and then there, in travel you can have some amazing adventures, but not all travel has to evolve around you going into the Amazon and living off the land for 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I mean, not that I wouldn't. I mean, I might want to try that sometime too. I think that might be interesting.
Oh my God. You would try to how long do you think you could survive in the Amazon?
By myself?
I mean, I wasn't going there, but if you want to go by yourself, sure.
I'd be hitting the sat phone after 24
30,
hours.
40 minutes.
Yeah, half hour. As the boat was going around, I'd be
You're
screaming.
like, wait!
Turn around. No, but I mean,
I
if I
agree.
was out with like a guide, I could hang for a while, you know? I mean, I wouldn't say weeks, you know, but if we went out, I wouldn't mind going on like a really deep 10-day adventure in the Amazon, like completely away from civilization. As a matter of fact, I tell you what, seriously,
Thanks. Definitely not.
I tell you one thing, you know, and I know you guys are going to say you're full of shit, but I'm not. I'm telling you right now, I last night I had an epiphany. And that
I love that.
Tell me about it.
Okay.
So this epiphany was that I was driving home from Verizon after getting my new iPhone.
Yeah.
And of course
Subtle
it
flex.
wasn't on, right? Because I had to go home to, you know, do the iCloud
Set
thing.
it up
Right,
and all
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And so they said, don't do it here because it's going to take like an hour to go home and do it. So I was driving home, which is like a 40-minute drive home, and I was anxious as fuck without my phone. I mean, bad. Like I was like, oh my God, I'm, you know, kept on going to pick it up and go on, you know, Instagram.
Which is scary because
Right.
you're not supposed to do that while you're driving.
Right. Well, exactly. Although we saw this has been going on for far before our cell phones, right? Because we watched a movie last night where the guy had the map out. He's driving down the road with the map, you know.
Yeah,
It's
don't
been
try.
going on.
Don't try to make it better, but go keep
right,
going.
right.
Keep
I agree
going.
with you. My point is that I want to make a concerted effort. And now there's the screen time on my phone, which, by the way, I don't. How do I find that?
It's in the settings, but okay, concerted
So
effort to
screen time. I just want to see what
This.
No. I want to see what the screen time is for today. Okay, so I've got 2 hours of screen time today. I want to get this under an hour a day, under 1 hour total screen time a day. And then when I go home at night, I literally want to put my phone away. As soon as I walk through the door, I want to put my phone away and not look at it again until I go to bed.
That's
or
the best.
To the next
and
day.
because of the anxiety it gave you when it was not with you.
Well, because I realized how addicted I am to it.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I mean, like,
yeah.
I'm so addicted that if I go 5 minutes without checking my phone, I feel anxiety.
Yes.
And that's a horrible
Because
thing.
you can't even watch a movie. Half the time, more than half of the movie, you were on your phone. You're sitting right next to me. I don't even know how you even know what the movie was about.
I see. I don't even realize I'm doing it. I don't even realize I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's true.
It is true. I agree with you. And like I said, I'm here to tell you right now, I am going to try to go upstairs and plug my phone in next to my bed so that it's not even
hard.
in the same room as me. And I want to get to a point where
You know-
the hour time is really, I probably can't get much under an hour because
Probably not.
because I
It's
have to
just
because I have to post, I have to check my posts, I have to respond, I have to do other things
Yeah.
like that. But I think in particular, even if I can't get it down to under an hour, I want that to be during work hours. And when I'm home, I want to put it away.
Yeah, that's
You know
smart.
what
It'd be
I kn-
nice.
Well, we obviously have different lives. You have way more people that talk to you, but me, I notice I will literally. I think this is important. Oh, what if someone texts me? What if someone calls me? Oh my goodness, I have to have it by my side.
Yeah.
But I'll do what you say. I'll leave this like for a few hours or whatever,
Yeah, you do that. I see you do that.
and I will come back. And no one ever hits me up.
Same, bro.
So I can do that. People probably hit you up too much.
no,
but,
that's the thing. Like if I right now, I mean, since we've been on the thing, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I've got two text messages.
Well,
and
this
I've got
is the thing, and I mean,
6 Instagram
rude as it could
messages.
be,
Yeah.
is
Like-
number one, you don't ever have to answer an Instagram message. Number
Ever.
one, because anyone who's messaged you doesn't know you enough to have your number, and they don't matter. So I'll just leave that there.
I don't know.
Two,
Well, with Instagram, you mean?
yeah,
So I have the thing is with Instagram is
Just
I have
say
no, but there's different things, right? The only Instagram
is.
messages that I actually get are really from friends. You know, like Miguel and
Again,
people
everything
they
Like
can
else,
text
yeah.
you.
They can,
It
but
doesn't have
it
to
is
be.
weird because sometimes
Some
Miguel texts
people-
me, sometimes he messages me. But you know, I don't communicate with people that I don't know on Instagram at all. Period. If I don't know you, I'm not even answering.
Well,
you know.
the thing is, half the time too, texts that you get, you don't need to answer probably the majority of those because half the time you're like, I don't even know who the hell this is because you don't save contacts in there,
I've been
and you'll
better
have
at- I've been better at that,
conversations
though.
with people that you don't even know. I'm like, why
There
are you
are
even
sometimes that
wasting your
happens.
time?
That happens
Like-
sometimes where I'll be like 4 or 5 texts in, and I'm like, I'm not sure exactly who
You're
this
trying to
is,
fucking
you know?
figure it
And
out.
then I have to go
Yeah.
back and investigate. But now I've been trying to put numbers
And
in.
it doesn't matter
But not
because, like you
but-
said,
but
half of those are wasted
mo-
conversations.
There's very few people that have my number that don't know me though.
Yeah.
So I just don't save their contact contact, but they know me and we've met each other.
But
and
again, if you knew who it was, a lot of those you probably wouldn't even answer if you remembered who they were. Like, yeah, I don't got to talk to that
no,
person.
I don't think so. I think
You don't have to be nice because we're on a podcast.
No, that's true though. When do I ever? I don't ever say that about text messages. I'm pretty good. I used to be a lot worse years ago, but now it's like I've got a pretty small amount of people that I communicate with. It's just that those people we communicate oftentimes. But I agree. And my point is, Lori, instead of chastising me, I'm trying to tell you that I'm trying to do better, right? I'm trying to be more in the moment. I'm trying to be away from technology
So
because
good for you.
you know, I mean, and again, you got to remember, we lived before cell phones, right? Like you've never driven in your entire life without the ability to have a cell phone.
Yeah,
we
that's true.
did the majority of our life. We didn't have a cell phone,
Yeah.
so we went on trips to Florida, to all over the country without a cell phone. So it's not like I should feel like I can't drive 40 minutes without a cell phone,
Right.
right? And that's
Yeah,
messed
and that's
up.
the problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah, I agree. There's so many different things in. I was seriously considering getting a flip phone before
Yeah,
this
I
one.
remember. Yeah.
Mom wouldn't let me though. She said I had to get the nice camera so I could take pics.
Yeah,
But-
for work.
But I was just like, you know what? Fuck Instagram. Because like Instagram and YouTube are the only things apps I use on here.
Yeah.
Besides messages, and I was just like, you know what? Even that's taken up too much of my life. Like I don't post enough pictures on Instagram to even get traction. Because I don't necessarily care for my face. Like I don't think like I'm not the person that's gonna post a fucking shirtless picture, say look at my body, look at my face,
Right.
and that's how you get followers. Like I'm not doing that. So
That's how I've gotten all my followers. For sure.
We know.
Yeah. Then,
I mean, you do that, but on animals.
yeah.
Like
no,
you post
you're right,
naked animals, and look how
Naked
sexy
animals,
these
yeah.
animals are. and
I very
people-
rarely post animals with clothes.
That's,
Yeah.
It's rare. It does
Drogo.
happen sometimes,
Maybe
but it's
Drogo.
rare. Yeah, it's rare.
So like, yeah, there definitely needs to be some Super Size Me like documentaries. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
about-
talking
so-
about.
Well, I think that-
about
But I
social
think it's starting
media
to. I
and
think people are
phones.
starting to do that a little bit, though.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think you're starting to see a little bit more of an uprising about
Was-
how people shouldn't be on social as much.
I didn't watch this one, but wasn't there actually one called The Social Dilemma?
Social Dilemma, yeah.
Yeah, the social
I didn't
dilemma
watch
just
that
came
one.
out on Netflix. Yeah. So there's that one, and then I think that what a lot of people are saying, and I
What are
don't
they saying?
disagree with this. We're going in two directions right now, right? One direction is people are saying like 30 years from now, we may be looking at the cell phones as like the cancer of the 2000s.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
Wait a
we
minute.
have
I'm lost. I was very young in 2000. Cancer was new in 2000s?
no. What I'm saying is that like
The thing that
yeah, the
Or
thing
like
that-
asbestos, like where we
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
asbestos
Like-
was good to use, and then we went
Oh.
back
it
and
was
we're like,
so
oh,
bad for
fuck,
us, like
dude.
cancer.
Yeah, it's really bad for us. But on the other hand, we have like Neuralink, right? That is going
Yeah.
the other direction, where there are people that are hypothesizing now that 10 years from now we'll have augmented reality to the point where maybe 50% of our lives won't even be in reality anymore.
So I think the big difference with that too, though, Bri, is that
I'm
one
never doing that.
one is social media version, and one is like a hardware upgrade or
Right,
software
yeah.
upgrade. Versus like we're talking like the social dilemma and all that stuff, spending time on your phone. That's different than like
But they're saying
interacting with a
right, but they're
computer.
saying with like Neuralink that we could be in this room right now, and all of a sudden I could in my brain think Twitter.
True.
And
true.
Twitter's the screen pops up right over Lori's head.
Yeah.
You know what I
AR,
mean?
yeah.
And so we would be attached
That is so
to
bad.
social media at a point
right.
that is even more in depth than we are now.
terrible.
Because and then you could go one step further. You'd be like Twitter, open that Instagram post. Oh, it's about the Swiss Alps. Let's take me to the Swiss Alps. All of a sudden now you're in the Swiss Alps. I mean that is scary. So like I said, we're going in two directions, right? One direction is maybe we'll be cutting some of the social out of our life, or people think that might be the best thing to do. Because I really believe, I am a strong believer. Don't get me wrong. My first bout with anxiety was pre-social media, but I have no doubt that my brain is wired differently now than it used to be, and a lot of my anxiety that I've came through this was because of my constant obsession with checking and being and those endorphins, man. I'm telling you, you post a picture on Instagram and it's like, why didn't it get 1,000 likes? You know, or why didn't it, or, you post and within 30 seconds, if you don't get your first comment, like, or like YouTube. I mean, my YouTube channel, you guys know I post every morning and I spend about a half hour every morning commenting back. And, within 3 minutes, there's usually 100 comments. If there's 70 comments, I'm like, why was there only 70 comments? Why didn't people like this video? You know what I mean? That's bad. It's not good.
Yeah.
And that's honestly one reason why I was never necessarily mad at YouTube getting rid of the real count, because I noticed that problem.
Yeah.
With the real count, I was like, dude, this is bad.
It is funny because I used to always check my social.
Dude, Dad, you had like 6 tabs open.
Yeah.
Of like different accounts, like my account, your account.
No, you're 100%. No, you're 100% right, and I don't miss that at all. It's nice that I've been able to close that away. So you're right. YouTube made. I'm sure there was some financial decision behind what they did, but they stopped the real net counts. And I think that it was good for me. I think the only downside is, and we're, here in the next couple months, hopefully we'll be coming up on that next milestone of 3 million. Yeah. That's the only thing that I'm going to be bummed on. It was awesome to see, click over from one to the next,
Can't you still, is there still a real time for every 1,000 or every 100?
Yeah, it's when you get past 1 million, it's 1,000 every 1,000. So you have to get 1,000 before when I'm at 2.999.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to get
open the tab.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just 1,000 could take. It could be a day, it could be a day and a half, but it's still gonna take. You're never gonna catch the actual moment. Like me and Lori and I were in Mexico when we hit 1 million. And were we in Mexico when we hit 2 million too? I think we just got back from Mexico when we hit 2 million, I think.
Shit, you got to go to Mexico.
But it was, again,
Tell
I think.
me about it.
Yeah. It was a cool experience though, wasn't it? To actually see that click over to 1 million. And now you can't do that anymore. But I agree with you, Noah, that it's way better. Life is better not worrying about every minute of your subscriber count.
Now, the only good thing about the real time was it added to the grind. It made you want to grind. It made you want to work harder.
Because there was instant gratification for what you're doing.
Every single sub was like, bang, bang,
well,
bang.
we were out, obviously, Morph Mixology had the Instagram reel counter, and that thing's, going off all the time. And so apparently Instagram still does it. Thankfully, I don't get on that one, and I'm not going to. Yeah. Like I said, I want less vices, not more vices. Let's hit some supers.
Yeah, we got a couple. Darren said, "Hey guys, how are you guys all
up,
today?
Baby?
I'm thinking about booking a virtual reality tour with you guys for my mother since we live in Australia."
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, the hardest part about that is just the timing, But we've done plenty of Australian virtual tours, so please reach out. We'll have a great time showing you around.
Darren.
This is pretty interesting. Stephanie said you can go glamping at the Henry Dorley Zoo in Omaha. Literally spend the night with the animals. So cool.
Dang.
Yeah, I think that a lot of prior to COVID, I don't know what's going on now, but prior to COVID, a lot of zoos did camping things.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
A tremendous amount of zoos had the ability to camp. Yeah. So, but Henry Doyle is awesome.
Lisa said, "Did y'all watch the Tyson fight and Jake Paul fight?"
We did not, and I wanted to. I really wanted to. And to be honest with you, when we got out of here Saturday night, after the podcast and stuff like that, I completely forgot about it because we talked earlier saying, because we had the podcast we were on with Wes, and we were like, when we get home, we should be able to still catch the Jake Paul and Tyson fight, and I think we got home and I just forgot, forgot about it, but I did see, obviously I watched it afterwards, and Jake knocked that. I mean, he made a meme out of him, man. He made
a viral challenge out of him.
Yeah, he got a
I did
viral
it.
meme. Did you do it?
I did do it.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Wait, what's the challenge? I don't know what you're talking about.
The challenge was just like laying on the ground like you're knocked out.
Like Nate, like Nate Robinson was. Because Nate got knocked out. His arms were back and he was laying on his face like this.
That's what that was.
That's so
okay,
funny.
I had seen that and I didn't know what that was.
Oh,
now I know.
Yeah, he was sleeping.
He was sleeping.
He was sleeping. Yeah, he went
My
to sleep.
favorite was there was one that said like the Toy Story, like the toys
Oh,
when
yeah.
Andy walked in, and that's what I was like. What the hell is this guy? Like now I understand.
Yeah, I did see that one. He was photoshopped in with all the toys. That was a good one.
Good for Jake. I mean, he looked really good. I mean, he looked. I think he's saying now he wants to fight McGregor. I think that would be a big mistake. But then again, I could be wrong. I mean, the bro. I mean, he's looking more like a boxer than he looks a lot better than he did when he fought Deji.
Yeah, but I don't want to hate on him because I agree with you, but this is also an NBA player and one of the shortest ones ever.
No, I know, but he was a professional athlete. But I do agree with you that I don't know that I don't know that Nate took the fight as serious as Jake took the fight. I think Jake trained really hard. I think Nate maybe thought, I'm just going to go beat him up.
And that's what I mean. It's like
McGregor is like a legit,
McGregor is
legit fighter. Doing this shit.
When you're talking about Logan Paul wants to fight Mayweather, and Jake wants to fight McGregor. I mean, you're talking about two of the best in the world.
Exactly.
In the world.
They fight other best in the world.
Maybe at some point in your life, but you're probably a little bit too green to be
But I mean, but you know what? The thing I like about them is that, man, they're
shooting for the stars.
They're shooting for the stars, and
that's how you win.
Yeah. But did you see what supposedly they made though?
I bet that. No, I don't. But yeah, and I bet it was $600. But I bet that was a typo.
You think so?
Dad, everyone else made a lot more than that.
Well, they said that Tyson only made about $1 million.
Yeah, but $1 million's so much more than 600.
Yeah.
But as an undercard, I mean,
the one under.
Yeah,
and
the
then
one under.
Did you see the signings of all the other ones?
No, I didn't see that.
They were in the thousands.
Okay.
So I feel like that was a typo.
I don't know. I don't know
what
what
$600,000.
But what I was gonna
I definitely didn't make $600,000.
What I was gonna say about McGregor is
taxes.
have you ever listened to a professional athlete talk and they'll say they can see what's coming ahead?
Yes.
In that movie Sherlock Holmes where he was just left uppercut.
Yeah.
And then it would zoom back out.
Yeah.
I feel that's what Mayweather, McGregor, those people, they have
all that
experience.
experience.
Well, not only
behind
that,
them,
but they've had 20 years of experiencing every type of fight that you possibly can. Yeah. And that's the one thing that, you can't train for, right? I mean, that's what Mike Tyson's famous quote was, right? Everything is great until you get punched in the face. And then it all changes, and that's true. That's what he basically said.
Quote.
I mean, that's just a life lesson.
No
matter who you are and what you do.
Yeah. Well, he was just basically saying you can do all the training you want. As soon as I punch you in the face, it's all going out the window. And it was funny because even Roy Jones.
We'll get you through it.
Yeah.
Roy Jones Jr.
You could tell.
Roy Loins.
You could tell he didn't really want to fight Tyson again, because he was like, that hurt. he's like he hits hard. This is a fighter that has fought for a long time.
He hits hard.
And you could tell he was like, they're like, well, do you want to do a rematch? He's like, I don't know. I gotta think about it because
I need a buffer.
It hurt. He was like, it hurt when he hit me. And I'm like, well,
damn, dude.
So Tyson still has it, but I
gotta look up that.
But I think it was funny. It was a good one. And Tyson was all real nice to him and stuff like that.
Bro.
You did so good. You should be proud of yourself.
That's Joe Rogan. That's who he is now. It's funny.
He's the best, bro.
But it was. I think I saw an ESPN reporter tweet something that said here you've got Tyson now, the humanitarian. Every dollar he made, he donated. He didn't make a dollar. Guy. I mean, he's like now I'm here to give to people. I'm this nice guy. All this anger. He said, but you could tell on the inside he's still a killer.
Oh yeah.
He was he's 1 second away from snapping and biting someone's ear off, right? Yeah. And you
take it or leave a dollar.
He still has it.
The truth is he wouldn't be a good fighter if he didn't have that anymore.
Yeah. Well, that's why he stopped fighting though. Yeah. He said that for the last 20 years. He said I don't have the killer instinct anymore. But then he got in there.
Or he just didn't want to do that because the truth is I think there's a thing that a switch that flips.
Yeah.
He's a gladiator, yeah.
And you put it yourself in that switch is going to flip and he's going to go into that fighter mode.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of what I like because I watched a bunch of the Hot Boxing with Tyson. That's his podcast. Yeah. And obviously he's been on so many other podcasts. And he would talk about that too is it's you have to train mentally you think all these evil things to get in the mode.
Yeah, you have to get. It's like Tom Brady does with his. Yeah, it's like how he or Michael Jordan made his opponents his enemies.
Yep. It makes it affects your other life.
Yeah.
outside the ring.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's why I was surprised when he came back, was because on this podcast for the last year or so, that's all he's been preaching. It's like, I'm done with that.
Peace.
Peace,
done,
man.
yo.
Smoking weed, just have a good time.
Well, I love that he's back, and I think it's going to open up some interesting opponents.
Maybe that's
you know?
the thing. He's got the key now, so he can go there. He can flip it and do whatever. He knows all he's got to do is get back in the thing
Smoke
and
a
smoke
little.
some weed, and it'll just
Take a couple
mellow
edibles.
out.
Mellow right out. Yeah, if they ever start drug testing in that, dude, he's out of there. He's
Yeah,
out.
he actually, if I'm not mistaken, he didn't smoke for like this whole time he's been training.
Oh wow.
So
That's-
like
it's-
he like just
that's
like
impressive.
100%. He was just like, I'm just focused on the fight.
No,
I don't
it's
know
impressive.
if he's going back to it.
Yeah,
I
I think
feel like
that-
I
yeah.
heard that he wasn't.
No, I think he said that he wanted the latest news was maybe him and Holyfield would fight again.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
that's the latest.
I was
thing.
Oh my
talking
God,
about the
that'd be
weed, but
crazy.
the
All
boxing.
the weed, yeah. I think the boxing, he's committed to it. And again,
You
he
said
said like all the
Holyfield?
Holyfield, yeah,
He would really.
fight Holyfield again.
Now,
yeah.
What about
I-
Foreman? George Foreman.
Well, ironically enough, I don't know that
funny.
George
Too
would
many
ever
grills.
do it, but George Foreman did post that he thought it was the most entertaining exhibition he ever saw.
Really?
That's what Foreman said about it. So maybe he wants back too.
Dude, that would be sweet. It would honestly be cool.
Maybe they'll
to,
bring
like-
back Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, bring him back from the grave.
Maybe
I
they
mean,
go
yeah,
bring,
it's like, yeah. But no, I
Bring
think
back Luke from the
regardless,
Bible.
I think you got Hearns, Hernandez. You got all those old fighters might come back.
It'll
Who
be
knows?
sweet.
Who knows? Anyways, what else we got? today?
Keystone asked Brian, "Did you ever regret breeding snakes?"
If you meant, did I ever regret breeding snakes as a hobby or a business, the answer would be absolutely not. If you ask me, did I ever regret breeding a type of snake? I think the scaleless ball python would be the one thing that I would have said that I kind of regret. Not because when I bred it, I thought it was bad, because I thought it was going to be just like a corn snake or a king snake or something like that. But I think that, the results of it not working out very well, I kind of regret. That's why when I think of like my triumphs, or our triumphs, I should say, with snakes, I think of the sunset, I think of the pinstripe, some of these other morphs like that.
Yeah.
And I usually omit scaleless ball pythons. And that's no bash on anyone that's working with scaleless ball pythons right now. I just, that's the one snake that maybe I would have regretted that it didn't go the way I wanted it to. But again, that's hindsight. That wasn't foresight. I didn't know. I assumed that snake was going to be just as healthy as any other scaleless
Right.
snake, and it just turned out to not be that way.
Letitia said, "Hi, you guys. I love watching
baby.
you all. Thank you so much for all your help. Your vlog brought me back from a dark time. I was in the campfire in California."
Oh,
I think
that's
she
a
might
bummer.
mean the fires,
Yeah.
not the campfire. But
Well,
Dude.
listen, I'm sorry to hear that, and I'm glad that you're coming back from it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's it was some crazy time. We had the smoke here from those fires,
Yeah.
which
Yeah, I
was
remember that.
crazy. I mean, that's a wild thing. I know Brian Cusco told me that he those few days of being locked into his house, it was the only time that he felt some anxiety. He said, he goes, yeah, I've never had anxiety before. He goes, but I had a couple days during the fires that, like, even he said he was like kind of anxious.
Well, thank you, Letitia.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you're doing better.
Glad you're here, baby.
Jerica just said, "Noah, respect. Be yourself."
Thank you.
Yeah,
Respect.
Jarek, and she's also a mod now.
Yeah, she's a mad.
Hey,
Yeah, so
she earned
Stepped
it.
it up.
That was
She earned it. Thank
again
you.
Heidi. Heidi
Respect
did
yourself.
that because Heidi is not here. She's just not feeling quite as good as she was, so she took an early night. It's hard for Heidi because by the time we're
yeah.
done, it's like 2:00 in the morning.
you serious?
Yeah.
So she
wow.
called it an early night tonight, and so Heidi will be back soon, and we wish her the best. And
Dude, she's a
and,
trooper.
she's awesome.
Thank you.
Creme de la Clutch says,
Ooh, that's a good name.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. If you guys come down to Florida, I'll take you to some sweet collections, including my own, and got
good.
the best devil's lettuce.
Ooh.
Also, Lake Okeechobee on my boat to see gators and other wildlife.
I
That'll be
like that, man.
sweet.
Let's stay in touch. I really do want to get down to Florida soon. Not soon, but when things calm down a little bit, I want to get down and see a lot of our friends down in Florida. So let's stay in touch. It'd
I
be
would
great.
love to check out Okeechobee.
Okeechobee?
Yeah,
Okeechobee.
Oak Lake's a giant lake in
R.I.P.
the middle
Kobe.
of
Biggest one in Florida.
yeah, biggest
They
lake
should
in
rename
Florida.
the lake to R.I.P. Kobe.
R.I.P.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
that's actually
smart.
that's a good one.
Okeechobee.
But he didn't play for
R.I.P.
Orlando.
Kobe.
If
It
he
doesn't
played for
even matter.
Orlando, 100%.
Yeah, you're right. That
Played
is
for
true.
the world.
Yeah.
Is Lake Titicaca in California?
No.
No? Do you know where that is?
I don't know where Lake Titicaca
Jake, can we
is.
get a
Let's
Google
figure
on
it
that?
out. Do
Where
you know how to
is Lake
spell it?
Titi-
Yeah,
Probably
titty
Lake
and then cock.
Titicaca.
And then,
Caca.
I'm sure if you put Lake Titicaca, there it is.
There we go.
Bam. Where is Lake Titicaca? Peru.
South America.
Peru.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You know, Action Bronson, he's got a great rhyme about Lake Titicaca.
Let me hear it.
He says, I'm at the bottom of Lake Titicaca watching EuroLeague soccer.
There you go.
Not bad.
There you
Not
go.
bad.
And then
Yeah,
he's like
it's-
goes on about the
good.
teams
He
playing and
probably
shit.
has a career in something.
Because the soccer's
No, he
pretty big
really
there,
does.
so
He's like one of my
the
favorite,
football.
just because of how random it is. Like he'll be rhyming about fucking machetes and like morning stars.
Speaking
Just,
of
like,
rhyming, I
weird
heard
stuff.
you this morning spitting some stuff up.
He
in
was
your
spitting
room.
bars?
Oh, I always rhyme. So I have this thing I do is, so I trust my instinct when it comes to my editing. So when I'm going through the epidemic sound, right, I'm listening, trash song next, trash song next, trash song. No, this one's good. And then it hits my soul.
And then you start
And then
rapping.
if I can rap through the whole thing and it's done, then I use it. And if I can't rap over the beat, I'm not using it because it's not good enough.
Interesting. I just heard you rapping up there, and I was like, "Oh, Noah's getting it on this morning, man."
Throw
my
it
thing.
bars.
That's
It gets
It's,
me in the zone. It gets the creative juices flowing, the
nice,
rhyming,
nice.
and then it has to all click.
The only thing you needed this morning was some tostadas,
And I got it.
and we got the Lord gave us
The Lord
tostadas.
gave
the
us
Lord,
tostadas.
thank you, Jesus.
He gave us tostadas at 9:30 in the morning.
It was
Woo,
beautiful.
doggy. Love it. All right.
Jerry says, been watching since the OG Snake Bites
Wow.
days. And it's not until this podcast that I've come to love Lori more and more. Keep rocking the love podcast.
How's that make you feel,
Yeah.
Mom?
How do you feel about that?
This is the podcast that makes you like me.
You should see her on some of the other ones.
Okay.
It's the first one she hasn't drank
Yeah.
wine at. You know, why aren't you drinking wine tonight?
Just
I
a
don't know.
rough
Just didn't
day.
feel like it.
That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Shows you're
kinda-
not addicted.
You didn't have a great day today, did you?
I mean,
If
it wasn't a terrible
if
day.
she didn't
It
have
was
a
day.
great day, there would be wine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Seems like she had a
Oh,
pretty
okay.
decent day.
I think it was just
There's
kinda
no
boring.
It
wine.
just seemed like you were not happy today. But I got you a little Christmas thing. I thought that might cheer you up.
That was cute.
What'd you get you?
Mickey snow globe
A Mickey
Aw.
and Minnie snow globe.
That's
plays
so cute.
Christmas music.
Yeah.
That's cute. You're gonna shake
y'all
it for
know-
snow.
No, you actually push the button and then it blows and plays music.
Yeah. It plays how many songs?
I don't know.
5. What were you gonna say, Jay?
I was gonna say, dude, I've never knew how they cut rope at Home Depot.
That's
Oh,
not how they're
that's
supposed
not how
to
they're
do
supposed
it.
to cut rope.
Did you
No.
hear about this, Lori?
No.
Yes, I did.
I didn't.
All
What
right.
happened?
They use like, yeah, you tell it, bro.
So they have this like this heated element. And Lori mentioned it. They're supposed to cut the nylon rope
Yes.
that way.
Not the natural.
That's
Like
what
the
would make
natural
sense to
rope,
me,
the
yeah.
natural
Yeah.
rope they're supposed to cut with like a scissor type
Yeah,
of
because
thing.
that'll catch fire.
It
Yeah,
did catch
it was
fire.
catching
it did catch
fire.
fire.
Yes.
So the entire aisle smelled like a campfire. And when he literally
he gave us the
he
end.
gave us when we're walking down, I was literally
It was still
extinguishing
on
it on
fire.
the cart. So I was walking down the hall.
He's like, here you go.
Yeah, sparks
It's
are
just
flying
burning.
everywhere. Sparks flying everywhere. I'm walking down, sparks flying everywhere, embers all over the place.
Smoke.
Yeah,
We
smoke,
look
embers.
crazy, bro.
And we're walking down. I'm sure people are
You're
thinking
walking around with a fiery rope.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still smoking while you're walking to the
He
check.
gave it to us. Yeah. Ironically enough, the guy has been to the Reptarium. He was like,
Oh my god.
yeah, he was like, oh my God, it's you, Brian.
I
How
know
are you
this
doing?"
guy.
He's like, I know
Oh,
you.
you
We
need
love your
rope?
thing.
I know exactly how to do
Mr. Barcheck,
this.
please let me get you to the road, please.
Yeah, it was not. It was not.
He's got his lighter.
Literally, Lori. The whole time he's doing it, I'm like, there's got to be a better way to do this, right?
Not
It's
the way.
2020, bro.
It's called a
There's-
sharp blade.
He was probably the guy when I got the rope. There was a woman and she got it down and she got the right cutting tool and a guy came by. He's like, "Oh, aren't you going to burn that?" She goes, she literally looked at him. She goes, "You don't burn natural fibers. That's only for the nylon." He's like, "Oh,
didn't learn.
It's probably that guy. Yeah, it's probably that
probably
guy.
that guy."
But
like,
you know what?
She don't know what she's talking about. We're just going to burn the shit to
Then
the
Tom
ground.
came up. That old guy Tom came
Yeah,
up, who's
Tom
a
did come up.
senior.
Yeah, he's a senior.
there.
And
Like,
he just said needs to get on longer.
yeah, he's like, you're supposed to keep it on longer before you put the rope on.
Yeah, it's got to be heated
swear to
up a little
God.
bit more.
It's got to be hotter so it really burns.
I am a little surprised that we didn't set off the water sprinklers.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
how
could you
much
imagine?
smoke.
dude?
Smoke.
It was
was?
smoking. It smelled like a campfire
It
down
was
the
a
aisle.
thick rope, and it still stinks like a campfire.
That was my nickname in high school, by the way.
Thick rope.
Thick rope.
Oh my gosh. All right, what does Mike have to say?
Mike said, "Sup guys, super late. Hope everyone is doing well."
Doing good,
thanks,
Mike.
Mike.
Thanks, brother.
Better
I love
now.
you, Mikey.
Better now.
Amber said, I had surgery today, a few teeth removed, and meds need pre-authorization. They're just Tylenol 3. Have you ever got stuck without meds due to insurance deciding you don't need the meds your doctor prescribed?
I actually have, and I think it's fucked up, man. It doesn't make sense how the insurance can do that. You know what I mean? Like if you need meds, you need meds, and I guess there's so many people that are abusing it. Prescription drugs is such an epidemic, but at the same time, like obviously you got your teeth out the last, and it's Tylenol 3 for gosh sakes. It's not hydrocoxid or whatever they call it.
Oxycodone.
Or whatever, whatever that drug is that everyone takes.
And like you said, they're giving out like fucking Pez in Florida.
Yeah.
And this person actually might need one.
Yeah, when you
And
get
they're
your
like,
teeth
no.
taken out, you need some pain meds, man. you
Yeah,
know?
For
and
sure.
You don't even get high.
You're not
going to
get high, no.
Yeah,
You're
it
not
just
gonna get
takes away
high.
the pain.
In the meantime, you can literally just go and be very careful. I probably shouldn't give this advice, but you could take like 4 or 5 Advil, and it's probably going to do a similar thing than Tylenol 3. Don't take a bunch of Tylenol though. Did you know that Tylenol is extremely a problem? Like if you took like 20 Tylenol, you could kill your kidneys forever.
Yeah.
Like in one shot.
I feel like I know someone that did
Yeah,
that.
my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, she almost died because of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, Tylenol's very dangerous.
Yeah.
I don't take anything, bro.
Yeah.
So
Murph.
try to do.
Yeah. So, but if you take like 4 Advil or
lines.
something like that, it's probably going to be similar to a Tylenol 3. But hang in there, man.
That's
we were just
crazy.
talking. Anthony has a broken tooth, and we were just talking about tooth
Dude,
stuff today.
Can't even talk. You got
Yeah,
All he wants
so
to do
bad.
is keeps on saying, "Let's go camping."
yeah.
It's like it makes me feel better.
Your tooth is like all messed up, and you just want to go camp.
Let's go camping again.
Slacklining.
So
Let's go
dumb, bro.
camping.
Murphy's,
I will go slack.
Murphy Pink said, it was so nice to see Jade on the podcast and the
Yeah, it was
family
nice.
together.
Yeah.
Lori is awesome. You all are. Happy holidays.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Murphy.
baby.
Yeah, and it was nice to have Jade in town, and
Do you know Murphy's Law?
yeah, of course.
What is it?
It means that if it's probable to happen, it's probably going to happen.
There we go.
That can happen well.
You learn
Yeah,
something new
that
every
can
day.
happen. Will Murphy's Law.
Jamie says, first time catching a live stream. I appreciate every video you all put out. Trying to talk my wife into letting me get my first snake. Hopefully soon.
Well, I
Well-
hope that she does. I think it'd be good. I think that once you get past that first hump,
Yeah.
she'll love them.
Get past that first hump.
No, but I hope you do. And thank you for catching us live. I'm glad that you're here.
Red
Love
Zone
you.
Reptile said, how much do I have to drop to get the whole family to follow me on IG?
Bro,
More than $4.99.
what's your content? What's your content looking like,
And-
bro?
And that's the thing, seriously, I'll give you advice on this one, and this isn't just for you, but for everybody. Like when people ask for like shout outs or to do collabs or give me a follow, that's the thing, right? You've got to be worth a follow. And I'm not saying that your content isn't, because I don't know what your content is. I'll check it out for sure after. But, it's like I really do follow people I want to follow. You know what I mean? I don't follow people that I don't want to follow. So just make your content great, and chances are pretty good people like me are going to follow you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but
you
it's
just-
like when people, just because getting me to follow you, and if your content sucks, and this sounds really arrogant.
No,
but I don't
no,
mean
you're
to,
right, though.
But
You're
if your
right.
content sucks, I'm just going to unfollow you, because I'm not going to want
your
you
content.
in my feed, so put out great content, and it goes for us too. I mean, I'm the same way, right?
No, it's it's even more so for me because I'm not gonna lie. Like I have people that I know that I'm friends with in the reptile, but when all they do is post pictures of snakes, I unfollow them because I don't want to look at pictures of
You
snakes.
hit him with the straight unfollow. You don't even mute him.
Yeah, mute them.
You can
Like,
mute,
I'm going to mute
Oh,
you.
well.
Yeah.
which means like hey,
No,
if
she's
they
ruthless.
check,
She's
they'll be
ruthless. She don't give no shits.
I unfollow too. I'm the same way.
But I mean, the thing, but
But it's not a mean thing. It's just like you said. Like when I look at my feed, it's not about, I don't follow to have friends. Like I want to follow stuff that when I'm scrolling, I want to see.
And you got to remember that we are in the same boat. Like people that follow us have to like our content.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's not like we're exempt. Like somehow, oh well, you can. You know, we can put out shit content.
Yeah,
Well, our content has to be good for people to want to follow us, and it goes the same way. So empty follow, and that's the other thing. Empty follows mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like people that follow you that don't want to comment, interact, share your
just
content.
clout.
Then
I
it's just
mean,
clout. So don't.
Yeah, it
you know,
depends
like,
on what you're looking for.
But
If
put
you're
out
looking
good
for
shit,
more
and I swear to
followers.
gosh, I guarantee you, I'll follow you because I actually like snake content.
Yeah, and he actually
so.
does have dope shit. He has like a
Right.
bunch of
I like
really
funny
red,
shit, you know.
has a bunch of
or
really
other
red what?
different stuff,
bearded
so.
dragons and stuff.
Well,
Oh, that's nice, man. So
Like, real
Jay,
pretty.
Jay,
Be the
definitely let me.
dictator of that.
Yeah,
I
so
got you.
Jay, yeah, I'll literally if you have that kind of shit, I'll follow you for sure. I love that stuff.
Stephanie came back and said, for Lori's wine fun, need to try Makulu.
Makulu.
Tasty red from
Ooh.
South Africa. Love you all.
Ooh, I like the
Hey,
name too.
I'll
love
look
you
that
too.
up.
Sounds
Thank
very-
you.
Sounds very South
I also
African.
said it really well too. though.
Makula.
That was impressive.
I think it's a Makulu.
Riz,
Rub it in your
Makulu.
culo.
Makulo.
Black. I would like the black Makulu.
I love the black culo.
Black culo. Oh shit. Riz said, coming for my son's 7th B-day on Saturday. Oh, we're close, dude. Hoping to break grandma's dislike for snakes. You bringing in another
nice.
customer for the Choices podcast, Noah?
I don't know. It
Oh,
depends.
If you were here on
So-
Friday, you would be in there, Driz.
Yeah. So Noah, you know what you should do before the podcast though? You should go upstairs and actually like scout around.
Scout around and see if there's any red-haired guys
With braids.
That-
from Wyoming.
Or just people
Any
that like kind of like
strippers.
yeah.
I've said you really
OnlyFans
should get a
girls.
stripper on. I swear to gosh.
Any
I'm-
scuba strippers in the
I would love
Or
I
strippers
really
with a
think
scuba
that-
shirt.
nothing more.
I think that I wouldn't. I think it would
Maybe
be
you
good
have
for
to go somewhere else, not the Reptarium, to find those and bring them to the podcast.
Yeah, we don't get that many.
I'll go to the
strippers. We get
hot
a few.
spot.
We do get a
Oh,
few.
there you go.
Go to the hot
Go get a
spot.
coffee, check it out. Bring some
come on my
back.
podcast?
We do get the
You're
occasional
dressed
stripper
perfect.
though,
I
but
know. That's what I'm saying. We may get lucky on
do
Friday.
yeah, we may get lucky.
So if you're stripping, come to the Reptile on Friday.
I'm saying.
you get on the podcast.
That's true.
All right.
If I let you in.
Lisa Marie said, "Hey fam, forgot to say thank you for all you guys do, and I can't wait to see the huge tree decorated. Sending love from
Yeah,
far
Lori
away."
already put
Thank you,
lights
Lisa.
on it.
Yeah, it
it
looked
looks
beautiful.
really good with lights. It's beautiful. So now
We're
we just
getting
have to do. What are we doing on that tree? I mean, like, is there
Is there a theme?
a theme?
Yeah.
What is the theme?
What is it?
Snowflakes?
It's a
Yes.
secret.
Snowflakes?
It's like winter and snowflakes and stuff.
Oh, okay.
There we
Good.
go.
When
Are
are
you
we going to
gonna-
start decorating? Is Jade coming over to decorate?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think she will.
Who?
But we can
No,
ask.
he
yeah,
said
Jay,
Jay,
not
not
Jade.
Jade.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jay,
like
your
young
brother.
Jay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your
Young-
brother.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, young Jay. He said he wanted to come
and
over.
by
I know.
speaking of him, he texted me. He said, listening to the podcast can definitely confirm MREs are good, especially beef stew.
See?
Oh, yeah. He
So-
would know. He would know. He's
But-
a
Maybe it's just opinion because I feel like I've heard people say that MREs are bad, but we'll have to develop our own
Yeah.
opinion because like I said, we have 3 MREs. We're going to do that.
yeah.
That's actually funny. I think that'd be great.
Jason's up. What's
Yeah,
up, Jason? We were
Jason.
just talking about you, Jason.
Yeah, Jason from Morph Mixology said, "What's up, Barcheck fam? Hope you all are doing awesome. #wine fund."
Yeah, and I see that. Did MJ already come on his podcast, or was going to be on his podcast? I haven't caught it yet. So, but good for you to catch MJ. He's a great dude, man. He's really good. That would be a dope podcast.
Allison,
MJ asked me to be on his podcast.
No.
You should.
Did
You
you
should
say
go
no?
on. You should go
I
on.
said maybe.
You
Well,
should.
there's a
You should
rule.
go
You
on.
have to do THC drops to do it.
No, I don't think that's true. I think I could drink wine and be fine.
Yeah, I
Alright.
think you could be.
The problem is I'd have to somehow keep him off it.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not. Well, listen. Oh, wait a second. Let's,
Yeah.
Let's back up a second, Mrs. I was on a podcast last, what
Yeah.
was it, Friday night or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah,
And,
sure.
Which were you invited to that? Because in
Yes.
all the promo, you weren't promoted to be on
that's
that.
bullcrap. There was actually Ozzy,
I saw-
and then a blacked out thing of me.
Oh, yeah, no.
100%.
I didn't see that.
It
I
says
just saw the
special guest
Ozzy and
because
the
MJ
you.
because MJ reached out to me and he said, "Hey, I want you to be on as a special guest." And so the promotion was me holding the snapping turtle, but it was blacked out. That's serious. Don't.
Or was it
he goes,
was it a special 5-minute guest and then you just took over the whole podcast?
No. They want. So this is what happened: is that number one? I told him that I was kind of tired. A lot going on. And I said I probably could only jump on for like 15 minutes, and then I did end up staying the whole time. But while I was doing that, guess who jumped in off a bunch? Your mom.
Yeah, she did.
She jumped on.
She was a
She's
little tipsy.
little tipsy, and she jumped on.
I
So-
jumped on because I was trying to get you off of the podcast.
Of the podcast. I was wondering what you meant by that.
But me,
I'm done.
me going on there got me an invite onto the podcast. So there you go.
Oh shit!
Well, there you go. There it is. All right. Got anything
Allison
else?
threw $1 just for love.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, baby?
Is it dragon sass fly?
Yeah,
Dragon's
dragon's
ass fly.
ass.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Dragon's
Dragon's
ass
ass
fly.
Dragon's ass
That's a
fly.
good
That's
name.
better.
I like it.
Aaron sent 10 euros for Lori's wine fund and to say hi.
Yeah, 'cause
Hey.
she did 5 earlier and then 5 now, right?
Thank you.
So thank
Giving
you.
her a love a shout
That's
out.
a lot
thank
of
you, baby.
and euros are a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's like
That's what's
I'm
up.
going
$37.
shopping after this.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Europe
some
this
wine.
year. We're gonna
That's
go.
it right
we're
now.
gonna go Euro crazy this year. We're gonna do a European tour. We're doing Italy, the UK, Germany, France.
Look
We're
at all
gonna
these
do it all.
plans that we got.
Yeah, we're doing it all because we're gonna be traveling a lot this year after this shit is over with.
Yeah, so much traveling.
We're
much
doing
shit.
Africa. We're doing Egypt. We're doing
gonna start a
Tanzania. We're doing
series.
Uganda.
It's called
All those places in
contracting
Africa.
COVID.
No.
Contracting COVID.
That's the thing. Well, Europe will be
I'd watch
probably.
it.
Europe will probably be. I would think Europe will be ahead of us as far as like normalcy because there's
Yeah,
just
but they're not
enough
going to
people.
let us in.
Right, that's the thing. We won't be able to let
Right.
in until we're ready. So we're probably looking at April, May before we would be.
2022.
You know what I
No,
think's
no,
funny
no.
is,
We're
like,
good this year.
How it all started in like China, right? And then like Trump and shit, he was talking garbage about China. Oh, Kung flu, this Chinese virus,
Yeah.
right? No Chinese allowed in my country. I think I heard him say that. You can mark my words. And
Probably
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I
and
don't know.
now we're not allowed to go to China. It's
Yeah.
in the U.S.
Well,
If
we're
you're
not
from
the
the
U.S.
US.
No one wants U.S.
even Canada.
anywhere. We can't even go to Canada for
even
God's sake.
Mexico.
When Canada
When
blocks
Canada,
you out,
yeah, when the friendliest country ever says no.
You're like, nope, sorry.
you know you're in trouble. Yeah.
sorry, no.
It was interesting. Did you see? Not that I want to end the podcast on COVID talk, but did you see that the Red Cross found that there was they went back in their blood bank, and back in December there were people
Of
in the U.S.
of 2019.
of 2019. Yeah, so last December, a year ago now, before China even had the outbreak, there was COVID in blood.
COVID-19.
COVID-19.
Of course there was. This doesn't just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just we didn't
Know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what date?
December
Oh, I don't know.
2019.
2018.
No.
No,
Last
2019.
last December. So the a few months before they said it.
Yeah,
Even,
that's
it
why it's
broke
called
out.
COVID-19.
Well, no, it's because it was the 19th. You're right. You're right. It was in the 19th. Yeah.
No, this was, I guess, early December before China had its.
2019.
Right, but
Yeah.
but I think that the reason they called it COVID-19 was because it was acknowledged in China before the year, and they called it COVID-19. You know that was like the the actual
Interesting.
term of it, but it wasn't an outbreak at that time. It was the first cases were found and apparently those
feel
cases were found in America now, maybe at the same time, if not before China.
So, like me, like I genuinely don't watch news. I know you say you don't, but I feel like you sneak a couple hits.
I
in.
don't watch the news ever, but I get a lot of in my feed.
hits.
I get a lot in my feed. Yeah.
Exactly, and so like I feel like we're going good, baby, because I keep getting these things. Oh, vaccines coming. Vaccines getting shipped out.
It is.
So,
yeah, it's, yeah.
I don't know.
No,
I feel like
yeah, we're on the right.
good.
We're on the right path. Don't-
Also-
I mean, yeah.
I see a bunch of old people not wearing masks again.
Well, they're the
So-
they're the ones that really don't wear masks. And they literally don't care.
no, and they're the pretty much. I'm not gonna say the only.
No, pretty much the only.
but pretty much the only people that is like a heavy hitter, and they're like, "Fuck it, come get me.
Yeah.
I want it."
No, just the other day I was at a store and it looked like a family, like probably like in their 50s, the couple, and then their parent obviously was a mom that was certainly in mid to late 70s.
Yeah.
No mask. And I'm just like, wow, yeah, maybe they just don't care. Maybe it's just like whatever, And so, but anyways, that's enough of that. Let's hit these last couple chatters.
All right, let's do it.
Allison.
Allison said,
What's
would love
up,
to see
baby?
you guys collab with Demo Ranch or the Guggen
Yeah.
Squad.
Oh, I know the Guggen Squad. I actually have a few fishing lures from them.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I don't know the Guggen Squad, but
Demo Ranch would be dope.
Demolition Ranch. We've got some ins with that, and I think that is a possibility this coming year.
That will be awesome.
I'm not, I can't say much more about
Especially
that.
because
But
we kind of
but
want
yeah.
to go to Texas as well.
Yeah,
So,
but I think that we have some communications with that camp.
that'd be
So
cool.
yeah, that could happen. I'm going to do. I just talked to one of my managers today, and lots of collabs coming in 2021. Obviously, 2020 we couldn't do anything because we couldn't do anything, and not only because we couldn't because of travel and all these other things, but also I talked about the optics of it. Right? I mean, like even if you can do things, you don't really want to do them because optically it doesn't look like you're being responsible. So
Yeah,
2021 is going to knock it dead. We've got a bunch of not just YouTube stuff, but hopefully Instagram, TikTok stuff, all kinds of stuff. Greg told me he wanted to take me to all the TikTok houses. Like now there's all these TikTok houses that have popped
Are
up.
you serious?
Yeah,
And,
similar like Logan's house.
Yeah,
and Jake
exactly.
Paul's
Yeah,
and all
that
that stuff.
all these TikTokers. It's kind of like 1600 Vine when
Yeah.
Vine was popping. It's kind of now happening with TikTok where there's a bunch of really Team 10. Really weirdly enough, really paved the way for a lot of this. And of course, Team 10 is gone now. But they kind of and then FaZe did it and on and on and on. So
Yeah, so many people now.
yeah. So anyways, go ahead.
Gother the Goat says, "Hi, my name is Gother. First
Hi,
live
bud.
stream I've gotten to see.
Nice.
Been watching you for about 2 years. Hope you guys had a blast in St. Louis. Much love.
Thank you,
Thank
buddy.
you, Gother. Thank you. And it's
We
nice
did.
to meet. It's
He's the
nice to
goat.
meet you
St.
online.
Louis was awesome.
UK starts.
Yeah, they had a
Lisa-
good restaurant. What was that
Yeah.
restaurant called?
I forget.
What-
The
what's that?
soda fountain.
Oh, soda
Yeah, the
fountain.
soda
Yeah,
fountain.
soda fountain. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, they had good shakes.
Yeah.
Lisa
So,
Maria
Lisa,
said, UK
yeah.
starts vaccinations
Yep.
next week. And when you in Germany, be sure to let me know so y'all could stop by and I'll hook you up with the best Greek food ever.
That sounds
Ooh.
great. Yeah, that
I've
sounds
never
great.
had great Greek food.
Really?
So, yeah.
And that's
no.
it.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's cool.
Supposedly, Michigan has one of the best Greek salads in the country.
Yeah.
I don't know because I don't necessarily eat Greek salad,
Right.
but I always hear people that do eat Greek salad. They're like, dude, your Greek salad's like prime.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me.
See, it has beets and feta, like
Yeah.
stuff I don't like.
I don't
So that's why
fuck
I
with
don't
that.
get
Yeah.
Greek salads.
I barely even know what a beet is.
It's a red.
It's like a root.
I know.
It's like
Root.
Mom didn't
a
never
root.
put that in my
Oh
diet.
no, I didn't.
No.
put that in your diet.
because it makes your poop turn red.
Red?
You think you're
Yeah,
bleeding
red.
from your
No,
blood?
because it's just I don't.
Not that good.
Yeah.
Maybe you would
Beetroot's-
like it though. You like
beetroot's not
lots of
bad.
things.
But
Try it.
yes,
try
we
it.
will do that, and yes, we're going to be over. I really want to try.
I've never
I got
been
a
to
lot that I
Germany.
want to do in 2021.
Yeah,
and we're
it's
gonna
like
and we're gonna live life hard.
it's like the dam, right? It's like our love, our emotions, our needs are piling up on the dam, right?
Yep.
And the levee
In
breaks.
2020 and then 2021, it's just gonna break the wall.
Gonna
and
break the
All
wall.
of our emotions and needs are just gonna be fulfilled.
Fulfilled. I'm.
do you think about
I'm
that,
gonna
Mom?
believe that.
I
Don't
think
put-
you're hungry.
Don't put too much on that because when it doesn't happen, then it'll be a big letdown.
Yeah, I know. I'm just
Like
trying to make Dad happy.
small, Yeah.
No, it's gonna be good.
Low
gonna be good.
expectations is probably
By
smart.
May, life is gonna be normal.
Oh wow.
That's my prediction.
I remember.
Boy, I better stop because every time I predict something, it gets fucked
Yeah,
up.
that's
Exactly.
fucked.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah. never
Say
mind.
I
January.
apologize.
Just
There's going to
say
be
January.
COVID 2021
Yeah.
now because
Oh,
of me.
shit.
Damn it.
And now that, of course,
That prediction means there's going to be
prediction's gonna work.
2022.
Yeah, that's the one
Yeah.
prediction that will come true.
We're fucked.
Yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Noah, take us out here, man.
Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, obviously like, subscribe, do all that jazz, post
that.
notifications.
Do it.
Or if you just want to remember that we do podcasts on Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, all at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
That will do the trick as well. We got a clips channel down in the description. Subscribe to that if you're not subscribed.
Please.
Listen to audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that jazz. And we will see you on Friday.
See you guys.
Peace.
Have a good night, guys.